All right, welcome to the Sae Bae cast number 142 with Pip. Pip, how you doing
Hello.
this fine evening?
I'm doing fantastic.
That's good to hear. For those that may not know who you are, well, I got to meet you I got to meet you before I even watched any of your videos out
Yeah,
in Las Vegas, which was
it's
like really
awesome.
cool to meet you. You're a really cool person, by the way. You're one of the
Thanks.
cooler people I met. No, I'm kidding. Like everyone that I met there was
Oh. Dude,
everyone
yeah,
I met is pretty cool, to be
I
honest.
didn't meet a single person that I didn't like. Everyone just in the community so nice.
There's something to be said about like meeting people in person. Like
Yeah, it is
as
different.
it's just complete, especially when you spend like when you're like me and you spend all day online, like
Yeah.
you tend to start categorizing people as like, oh, like this person is you kind of like throw them into boxes, but then when you actually meet
Do,
a person, they're like, oh, it's a
do you
actual
throw
human.
do you throw like RuneScapers into the PVM, PvP or skiller
Of
boxes?
course, of course,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, I
We
mean, yeah,
we
yeah,
don't
go
like
for it.
we don't really interact that much like as like communities like those separate communities online, but I don't know when it comes to real life, it's so cool to see just everyone together.
Yeah, I think there is like the sentiment that like, oh, you kind of want to like the PKers are, toxic or whatever, or like they're,
Yeah.
they're in their own little clique. But I mean, I got to meet every single one of them, and they were fucking awesome. Like,
Yeah.
you just show up in person, and they're literally just a person that's a content creator, and they maybe have like their little persona going online, but like they're
Yeah.
actually like a good person in real life. So shout out to the PKers. That was my first time going to like any event,
Same.
and yeah, I mean, literally I met over 100 people, like
Yeah,
100
it was
content creators.
insane. I've never had an experience like that in my life, like meeting so many different people.
It's
Like,
crazy. It's a lot. It's like it's especially a lot when you're like me. I don't know if it's like you as well, where you're just kind of I spend a lot of time by myself, and so like
yeah,
it's like
same.
overload of just like social interactions. And I was out there for a week, and I'm like, this is
Yeah.
it intimidates me initially going into it because first of all I was couch surfing, so my ass like doesn't have privacy really for a full week.
On our Airbnb, I was like in the couch or on the couch in like just the main area for most of the trip. So
Uh-huh.
whenever someone would wake up, it was usually the engineer, and I would have to wake up.
Yep. Yeah.
But by the second half, Dino left and I took his bed, so it
Oh
turned out
hell
good.
yeah! Did it smell
Yeah.
weird?
It smelled real weird. Real weird.
No, that's good. I mean, I was in a big enough place where like I wasn't, and people were very polite, and it also wasn't the party house, so like I was
Yeah,
chilling by
yeah.
the time it get late. But yeah, the last night I got absolutely no sleep. Like by the time I arrived home and actually slept, it had been like 42 hours of like just running
Jesus.
off of little to nothing. And but yeah, it was an amazing trip.
Yeah, I can't wait for RuneFest.
I'm so excited. I want it so bad.
Dude, it's gonna be even more people, dude. It's
I
gonna be
know. And
insane.
I don't know if you went to the actual convention, did you? TwitchCon?
Yeah, we went for one day. It was like I wanted to do it. Everyone said it's not that cool, and I was like, I want to do it at least once.
Yeah, yeah.
But I agree. It's okay.
Yeah, I was not. I mean, if I was actually in the Twitch scene, like I like
Yeah,
Twitch as a whole. Like, and no, I'm literally just camped in the OSRS community the entire time. So RuneFest would definitely fit my vibe a lot more.
yeah, I
But
agree.
that was a fucking ripoff, like for my sake.
Nah,
Like, dude, I had to buy the 3 day pass because Saturday sold out.
oh
Yeah,
damn.
$250 like down the drain. I was literally there for like an hour and a half, and I mean the only thing that was of value was meeting like It's Will, Hanner,
Yeah.
and like a few other
I wish I
content
could have met
creators.
them.
Yeah,
I
they're
never met
cool.
them.
They're cool.
I
But
think I bought the Friday pass, but we went to the after party. It was me, Ben, or Aiza, and Solo Mission. It was at this place called Area 15. It was so cool. I think it was one of the coolest things we did there. It was just basically this. I don't even know what you call it. Like this complex where they had like all these different like I think they called them I guess they're just attractions. One of them was like axe throwing. One of them was just like really weird, trippy. I don't want to say like museum kind of that you just walk through. That it was a really cool place. Um, so I'm glad I bought the ticket just for that.
did you go to the dome?
The
Was
sphere, yeah, the
oh the
sphere was
sphere, whatever
that
it's
was
called? Yeah,
also
I
that
didn't
was
even go.
also one of the coolest things that we did there. The sphere itself is like cool, but inside like the theater is like really insane.
Yeah,
There's
I've only seen videos of it. I like Loki wanted to go. I didn't even.
Yeah.
I'm like so like uneducated on that. Like I didn't even know that thing was built. I thought that thing was like,
Really?
it's still like in construction or something. But
Yeah. I mean, it opened like a week before we got there, so like it's very
Oh
new.
shit. Okay.
Yeah. Like we bought tickets before it was even open.
Wow. How was it?
Yeah.
Was it like?
It was insane. They showed like a movie. We have this thing in St. Louis, like a similar dome. So I've like been to a similar show, but like it's basically like a very, very, very high resolution like screen, but it's like all around you, so you're completely immersed. And it was basically just a movie, an excuse to show like cool nature scenes, like animals fighting and cool scenes about
Damn.
like of cities, and it was really cool.
That's
But
crazy.
I think it's one of like the coolest like shows I've ever seen.
Wow. And
Just like the
I
experience.
I heard like I've seen some like YouTube shorts talking about. I don't know why, but actually I do know why because my device is always recording what I'm talking about. But like
Yeah.
as soon as I went to Vegas, every single thing on my phone was like Vegas oriented. I'm like, what the
Yep.
fuck? It just like knows
It's
everything
crazy.
about me. But yeah, I
It can
saw
be
some
helpful. It
stuff.
can be helpful sometimes, but yeah, it's kind of weird and creepy.
It's what do you actually think about that? Like I seriously am wondering what the future is going to be where like
I think it is like it makes me like uneasy, but like I don't know, it does make you like more like likely to buy stuff, but I feel like it can be helpful sometimes.
yeah.
It's like someone else is doing some work for you. Like you don't got to you don't got to like Google anything. Like they'll just show it to you.
No, like okay, so sometimes I think it's really dystopian, but at the other
Yeah.
sometimes I also think, dude, just our life in general is already like we're
Yeah.
like riding a wave basically. Like we were literally just like plopped into the 21st century and we just have all of this stuff just
I'm
I don't know how to really explain it, but it's like we're literally just riding this technological wave and it seems like we like have all our freedom or whatever, but realistically
Yeah.
we've already lost like so much of our freedoms, but at the same time it's like this is just kind of what reality has been for us from like the get-go. So
yeah. I'm just glad I could play RuneScape. I got bored just in time to play RuneScape. So I'm down.
well, that's good you're in the position of like being grateful for it. There's some people I've actually talked to some people on the cast and they're like, I wonder what life would have been without the internet, like just like how my life in particular would have been just
Dude, yeah. I mean, I can't
disconnected.
imagine. I literally can't imagine because I literally just use my PC like and phone all day. So
literally it's weird
It's
to
just-
think. Dude,
it's just a part of me.
I was listening. So I follow I mostly follow OSRS streamers on Twitch, but I do follow a chess streamer and Daniel Naroditsky. I don't know if you follow chess at all, but
Yeah,
he was talking about like these like medieval times and stuff and how he was been like reading some books and like basically he was reading a book where like some guy, like some real person like journaled all like his adventures or whatever in like the 1600s or something like that, and it's like uncanny. I don't actually think it's uncanny. I think it's just uncanny for me thinking that people back then were literally just like us. Like they're literally
that is
just
weird.
human beings, and for some reason I think they're like like a different breed
Yeah.
almost. But dude, people
mean-
legit lived back then.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you go like 400 years like separated, like people like act completely differently.
But
would-
but they actually, they have like different culture, but they're still like, they still
they're
like
still people.
think the same kind of stuff about like, I don't know. For me, I think they're like dumber or something, which, I guess there is an argument to be made that they're like not
They're
as,
not dumber, but they're less educated.
yeah, but they're still just as like, how to put
Yeah.
it, like bright. Like they're as bright as us. Like they want to learn and stuff. And it's just interesting. So,
I think cavemans were the same.
yeah,
They go to caveman school.
just face a lion. Just good luck. Yeah. Okay, so we're just going on like a full on tangent right now, but let's get a little bit of an introduction of who you are, and like what you are known for in the OSRS community. So I'll let you
Yeah,
just take
sure.
it.
I'll just go down my whole YouTube career. I started with a PvP hardcore. Then that died, and then I did some PvP videos, just like random. I don't know. I did like skull tricking and like PKing in different spots. I think that first video I ever did was skull tricking skull trickers, which was a cool idea. Still, I think that's one of my most proud videos.
Hell yeah.
After that, I did a lot of leagues like DMM stuff. I did that 200 million cooking XP drop video on DMM.
I did not know that. I was like scrolling through your videos. I was like, I actually do remember that video. I didn't know it was you though.
Yeah, that video did it. That's like my best performing video ever. That like in the first like day and like just overall like that video just randomly and just popped off.
Damn.
And then I did Tilemen. Just saw Settled was doing it, so I thought that looks fun. And then that popped off really hard. And now I'm doing Tileman again, but extreme this time.
So was it Settled that made the first Tileman, or did he get that idea from somebody else?
It was a guy called SRAM. SRAM1337, I think his name is. I could be wrong. His name is SRAM.
Okay.
But he made it like a while ago and Settled. It was like years before. I think it was years before Settled made it. And then it's the same thing with like Limport. Like he wasn't the first one chunk, but like he was like, oh, that looks cool. So he did like the same thing and it popped off.
Dude, the craziest thing about Limport is didn't he wasn't he literally working on that account for like a year plus before he even released
that guy's crazy. Yeah,
like,
that's one way to start your YouTube channel. Just prep for a year.
Oh my god, that's just nuts.
Yeah, that guy's crazy. That guy's like actually just a different breed.
Oh yeah,
that guy's unbelievable. I look up to him.
Yeah, no.
When I'm doing my like 100-hour grind, I just think maybe Limport's doing like thousands of hours of grind. So
yeah, him and Verf, like Verf series is insane too.
Yeah, I love Verf.
Yeah, I thought he'd never get out of that first chunk of his.
Yeah, it's taken what took it like a year and a half. What was it?
It was at least a year and a half. I feel like.
Yeah,
that's just okay. Like the crazier part. Well, I don't know because it depends. Like for Limport, he didn't even have a base of subscribers or anything, and he's just like, here, let me just grind for a goddamn year or whatever it was, and then just release it. But I think because he probably had like no expectations whatsoever, it was fine. But I just think for like the average creator to pull off something like Limport or Verf, doing that as your first thing, like that is, if you're looking to get into content creation that way, that is such a risk. Like that is, that could just bomb completely.
Yep.
So
I was gonna do that with my extreme time, and I was gonna do the whole series and just upload it as one long video.
Holy.
And it was going to take like 800 hours. And then I was like, I just can't not upload for like for months, even though I do not upload for months sometimes.
Yeah, that would be, and like, let me ask you this, because like you've definitely been in the YouTube scene and you've definitely tried out like a bunch of different things. So you probably know kind of like what works, what doesn't. Would that be worth it at all? Even if you knew like best case scenario, like where,
I knew if I did that, it would work. Like when I uploaded the first episode, I knew it was gonna do well.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing with a series is like, as you do a series, like it'll do really well at the start, and then it'll just slowly like fade off. If that makes sense. And then like sometimes like you'll have like some big event in the series, and some will come back. But if you look at like just YouTube as a whole, the first episode in a series is always the most viewed.
I see.
And it just like slowly will always go down. I think it's just mostly because people will go back and like rewatch it. Like no one starts from episode like 8.
So let me ask this: Has any OSRS creator made like a series where they do the whole series, but it is 10 episodes long, but they drop all 10 episodes like at once? Like, would that work? Do you think?
If it was in one large video, I think it could work, yeah.
But what if it wasn't in one large video? It was actually 10 separate videos that were like all dropped in like a week. Just boom, here you go.
No, I think that would be kind of stupid.
Because
I think it should be in one large video.
Really? Wouldn't it be? Oh, well, I guess it. Here's the thing. I don't understand how much watch time like really is like the biggest factor.
Think watch time is good, but most people like are concerned about like watch percentage, which I think is a fake stat. Not fake, but I think the main thing is like, because if you go to people's channels and just go to their popular videos, like a ton of them will just have like this series, full series, one video is just like their most viewed. Like like very, very long videos do very well for some reason. I think maybe it's because people go back and watch them. Maybe it's because like YouTube wants people to like stay on their site longer. So the more like you watch one video, the longer, like the more it'll recommend it. and people will like just AFK to that video, so like the watch time is always super long. Like I think like recently, even my channel, my full PvP hardcore series passed my cooking video in views, and the watch time on that is like it's only like 30%, but like that 30% is like an hour.
Okay. So
If that makes sense.
yeah, interesting. Because I was just thinking, like, you know, people nowadays when they binge watch a show, they just like have the whole like they want the whole season to drop basically, so they can just binge it at their own leisure. So I just wondered if that would be a good tactic for YouTube. But
Imagine if just Gillinor Games, the whole season 4 just dropped.
I mean, the thing is, he could pull that off because everybody would watch it. If it's a brand new like thing that you've never known about, yeah, maybe you probably do just watch the first episode and you're like, okay, I don't have time for this. But Gillinor Games, dude, if somehow he made the entire series and then bombed it all in one day, that'd be crazy, and every single one of them would get views.
Yeah, I think I would really like that, but I think overall it would get less views.
Yeah, no.
If it was because you have to click on 10 different videos.
You're right.
Yeah,
it is different because it's not built like Netflix is, where it's like you just it's not as like cleanly organized. Like, okay, here's your whole season. Like people aren't used to that with YouTube.
I forget what it's called, but there's some like word for like when like there's a point where people click off the video, and like the end point is a big one of those. Like if the video ends, then not likely to click like another of your videos. So if you just have it all in one video, there's like less clicking off points.
That's true. Okay, explain this to me if you have any idea. So on certain of my Sae Bae casts, I'll check the analytics, and it'll say 120% of your audience is here after 30 seconds. Have you ever been above 100? Because I've literally had like multiple videos that are over 100%.
My guess would be that people like are watching it in multiple viewings, because that's what I do with a lot of podcasts. Like I'll like what do you call it? I'll like watch some of it, and then like it'll just get recommended to me again. Like, oh, I was enjoying this, and then I clicked off. So I'll just click it again.
Okay.
So maybe it's that.
Because I'm always so goddamn confused, because there's like several of the videos where I'll check and it literally says like 112% are here after 30
I've never
seconds.
had that. That's very strange.
Yeah, that's when I started. Well, what's interesting is because people do say, you know, like the longer the video, like the better. And I've noticed that with my podcast, like the first year and a half of doing podcasting, like it got like, there was only a few episodes that kind of picked up some traction. But then after like almost 2 years, random episodes from the past were just being shot up to like 100,000 plus views. And
really,
I think part of it is because YouTube's trying to push their podcast game. And so it being labeled as a podcast, I think YouTube does try to like boost that. But at the same time, they are longer videos. And if people just get it auto played and they watch the entire thing, like that does really well for me. So it's, I do wonder about like the kind of long form stuff. Have you ever had a video like, or multiple videos that have just randomly popped off like years later?
Years later? Oh, well, that's how my most viewed video, the PvP hardcore thing, it started. It was at like 30K views in like a year, and like I said, 1 year before Tilemen, and then Tilemen happened. Like my channel kind of exploded, and then that video just got like just a steady, I don't know,
like a slow drip of just like continually rising.
It just got a steady like 3,000 or 4,000 views in every 2 days, every 48 hours.
Jesus.
So, yeah, for like a year straight, and now it's at like 300 something K.
Have you
a year later?
You know what's nuts is Slayer Music 1. That dude, at least before the quest helper came out in game.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. I remember
was raking it in.
He was raking it in. Like somebody told me, I can't even remember who it was. Maybe I don't want to like name names. I think it was Solo Mission, but do not quote him on that. But somebody had mentioned, this is like 2 years ago, that he was pulling in like 4 million monthly views.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Holy shit.
Like for like doing like it was I think it was 4 million monthly views. So
that is insane.
At least for like a good like year or something with no uploads, like just because all his whole catalog was just filled with people watching.
Guys go hard.
Yeah. No, dude. The thing is, they do go hard, and this is something that bothers me in particular. is when I see really, really shitty guides that have hundreds of thousands of views. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, bros will literally just click anything. Like they'll literally just like, I need some sort of guide on this. Click the first goddamn video, and it's just like dog shit compared to like any other thing you could have watched. But they just pop off. And yeah, people that make guides for OSRS like on YouTube, like their channels are big.
Speaking of shitty guides, when I watched the Sae Bae cast and he was talking about his guides and he was talking about his Monkey Madness guide that something happened. So I was like, I don't even know what soup guides are. So I looked it up. Dude, his guide was just him and his Twitch stream doing the quest. It was not a guide at all. I was just watching a soup VOD from like 2013.
Jesus.
I unironically watched it for like 20 minutes because I was like, this is so interesting. It's like all this like super old content, like how everyone was back then.
Holy shit.
It was like weirdly interesting. And I watched like half of Soup's Monkey Madness quote unquote guide. It was so funny.
I mean, Idle-Scape, he said that his whole channel popped off because, well, he had like self-admittedly just said like, I sucked at RuneScape. I didn't know what was going on, but he wanted to make a guide because he realized like a guide might pop off. So he made a 99 fletching guide, and it just randomly shot up to like 300,000 views basically.
Oh shit.
And he like put it together in like 5 minutes. Like he just like looked up some random shit, put it together, and it's just like the worst video ever. But he's like, dude, that's literally what pops off channels. Just make guides.
That's the weird thing about YouTube. Like you'll make a video as a YouTuber and you're like, damn, this is like a bad video, and then it just pops off. But then you'll spend like hours and hours editing and having the best idea you think ever, and it just does terrible.
Yep. What is the one video that was the most disappointing views wise that you put in time into?
My last leagues video, my max it video. I re-uploaded it and it did a little bit better, but I still think that video I put so much time in, like editing and like trying to make like a cohesive video about how I got like the biggest hit. And I remember telling West Ham, I spent like over a month on it because during technically, but during leagues I got banned for 2 weeks. We can talk about that later, but I spent like over a month on it, and I remember telling West Ham, this video is I've never seen a video that's gonna get like more than I've never seen a video that's so free to get 100K views. Like this is gonna get 100K.
Yep.
And then it got like 25K, and I was very sad.
Do you ever like? I don't know. Sometimes I think obviously so much of it is based on like the algorithm, like just pray to God basically that like it somehow hits. But
yeah,
obviously there's a lot of stuff in your control. Like do you ever think like after the fact like you could have done something more?
I've discussed this like so much with like West Ham and Reese and all that. Like YouTube, I'm a firm believer that YouTube is like the vast majority skill, and if a video deserves to pop off, it will. So it makes it even like more sad. Like, oh, I thought it would pop off and I was just wrong. And
damn it.
I know it's not like luck.
Okay.
There are like some random videos that I'm baffled by why they pop off, and like you could make the excuse, but they just hit the algorithm. Like Dino has like a random free to play video that Dino has is just like really very overperformed on his channel, and I don't know why. There are some videos like that.
Yeah, I mean, I have one, like literally, it was like 3 a.m, and I just randomly hit record, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna show off like how to get quick ecumenical keys out in the wilderness, just like barraging stuff. And I just recorded for 15 minutes, put some random music to it, uploaded it, and I was like, okay, this is probably gonna get like 1,000 views, but like it'll help somebody. But
was it right before Nex?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I remember that video.
Yeah, it just randomly shot up to like 50K views. I'm like,
yeah, dude, everyone wanted. That's a really good idea because everyone wanted ecumenical keys before Nex.
The thing is like, I didn't put any time into it. Like there was no thumbnail. I just said quick ecumenical keys as the title, and it was like just the worst thing ever. Like I just put it together in 15 minutes. And like I didn't even put it into an editing software. It was literally just like record, upload. And I was really butthurt that I included music because that profited me nothing.
Oh, yeah, that sucks. Wait, you want to know something really funny about that video?
What?
I remember seeing that video, and then it was right before Nex, and then I think it was like, I don't know, me, Eli, and some other people in Psych were like, yo, this is gonna be like a really active hotspot for the next couple of days because everyone's gonna be everyone's gonna be trying to get ecumenical keys. So I think Eli has like, I don't know if it's a whole video, but a portion of the video is just because of that video. This became like an active hotspot, and we just like PK'd and multi there for a while.
Oh, that is funny as fuck.
It was a fun time.
That's cool. Yeah, no, that it's just like you'll just have random videos that just pop off. Like that's definitely one of them. But it does make sense why it popped off, kind of. But
yeah. A lot of YouTube is about like timing like that.
Is there like, have you noticed, is there a good time to upload? I think I've talked to other YouTubers about this.
Not like time of day, but like, I mean, time of like when other people upload. Like for like sponsors and stuff, there was like a big Clash of Clans sponsor, and everyone had like the same deadline. So everyone uploaded with like literally like 30 creators uploaded within like 3 days or something. So like that matters. I feel like that. So that was like a bad time to upload because like YouTube just got flooded.
I see.
But there's no like good time of day. It's good to, I tell people it's good to upload at the same time of day. It doesn't matter what the time of day is, but just so you can see like, because like it'll get different amount of views like depending on, you know, if your target audience is America.
Yeah.
But so you can see like how it's performing like exactly compared to other videos, but like it doesn't really matter what the time is.
Okay. Yeah, there's so much I need to learn about YouTube stuff. Like for the most part, I've always kind of treated YouTube as just like a secondary project. At this point, it's basically my primary project. But initially, like I was just a streamer, and just YouTube was, I just like throw stuff together and just like, here you go. Like I'm just gonna use this as like a catalog of just random shit I upload. But now, after having talked to so many YouTubers and stuff, like I'm realizing there's a game to YouTube. Like there's ways to really advance your channel if you take it seriously.
Yep. I mean, YouTube is just all about consistency, which I'm horrible at, and good ideas, which I'm decent at. So I got one of the two.
So what do you, I mean, so you said you're not consistent. What do you mean by that? Like, because I feel like you have been uploading like relatively consistent for the past like,
I mean, ideally you want to upload like once a week is like minimum.
Oh, so like there's actually like, does that actually matter? I just thought you had to like not take a break for like a year. I didn't think it really mattered whether you.
I mean, obviously the more you upload, the more like views you're gonna get.
Yeah.
If you like spam upload, you'll get like a daily upload. You're like, our average views will go down. But I mean, if you don't upload for like a month, like YouTube is 100% like you have momentum, if that makes sense. Like if your video does very well, like your next one, if you upload within like 2 weeks, like it'll get recommended to those people who watch your last video. So like if you'll have like a video, if you go to people's channel and you see like one of their videos pops off, then their next video will like a little bit overperform because it'll get a lot more impressions because people who watched that last video, YouTube will be like, oh, you watched this guy's last video, here's his new video, and it'll get a lot more impressions.
So what would your like ideal YouTube experience be? Like if you could, if money wasn't like, well, I guess that kind of has to be an option, but it's like if it was all about like what you wanted to make and your upload schedule, like what would you choose?
I thought about that like a lot recently. Like at the moment, people like, okay, I assume you haven't watched like my original Tilemen.
I don't think. No, I've just watched your newest one, and I've only watched like 2 episodes.
Like the nature of Tilemen is it gets very boring late game. I mean, once you get to like, I don't know, like 1.5k ish total, like you can just go get 1,000 XP like super easily, and I would just go thieve RD Knights for like 2 hours, and then I could just go do whatever I wanted. Like it wasn't really restricted anymore. I was just playing a regular Ultimate Iron Man that I had to like go thieve RD Knights for a little bit if I wanted to do something, and I don't know, it became like not interesting, so I quit it. And some like a lot of people were like, yeah, it was getting pretty boring. But then there were like a lot of like, I don't know, like diehard fans that were like, no, how could you quit? You have to go finish your series.
God damn it! But you're just like, fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, it was just so boring. The views were going down. Like people seemed very uninterested. Like a lot of like leading up to it, a lot of the comments in the video are like, this series has lost its magic. This series is boring now. You're just playing a regular which was true. Yeah. So then I was like, yeah, that's kind of true. So I was like, okay, guys, I kind of want to quit this. I want to move on to something else. And then I got a lot of shit for it. And now anytime I upload a video that's not Tileman, people are just be like, "Hey, you quitting your series? You quitting again? I see. Where's Tileman?" So hopefully when I finish this Tileman series, I can move on to something that's not Tileman and not have comments be like, "I miss Tileman. I want Tileman back." But I feel like people are still probably just gonna say it. But at that point, I'll just be like, "Hey, look, I finished my Tileman series and I don't want to do it anymore." So
Yeah, you kind of have to just like
yeah,
this is stuff that I have to like also I don't practice what I preach, but it's just like move on, kind of like
yeah,
do your thing and people will just accept it. Like just if you're never gonna please everybody,
yep.
and you just have to do what you think is best. So
Yeah, hopefully I can move on. I want to do a lot of like video essays on just random RuneScape stuff. I have a lot of like, I have like so many random ideas.
dude, those videos pop off so hard. Like I mean, some won't do as well as others, but if you get like just something
Yeah,
that's somewhat interesting and it's just a one-off video, those things pop off.
yeah. I want to do a lot of those, like just one-off videos, stuff like that. I'm gonna play leagues here in what, 8 days?
Yeah, yeah. Holy shit.
Excited for that. I still don't know what I'm gonna do in leagues. I'm gonna like, I feel like it's just gonna everyone's plans are gonna change as like things are revealed. So I've not made a plan yet.
Yeah, I don't have any plan. I'm definitely gonna play it. I want to get Dragon Trophy because I've never actually like played.
Ooh,
The
yeah.
only league I played was League 3, and I played it for like 3 days and I quit because it was just. It's like
Dude,
I don't know what it is about it. I want to go so hard and then I just burn out. At least that was my like one experience with it. I was like, I can't do
did
this
you
for
just
8
get like,
weeks.
you just got really far that you were like in
It's
three
not
days
like
and
it's not like I even got far. It's just like I played for like 14 hours all 3 days, and I was like, I can't fucking do this. Like it's just like I put the pedal to the metal like way too hard, and I just burnt out like really bad. And I was like, I can't do this. I tried to make a series of it too, and of course I'm not a league YouTuber, so
yeah.
it just instantly just has no views because
Yep.
like nobody cares. I'm like,
That's how like DMM and leagues are. It's weird. Like even I was like so surprised. I felt like Reese was gonna super pop off during DMM, but for some reason like it's like Solo Mission and Ditter Bitter like
yep,
do well
yep.
during leagues and DMM and like no one else can. I don't understand it.
There's definitely like some pressure to be in that position at this point, like to be solo mission or ditter, because like now people expect it. So
Yeah.
you got to be on your A game like every single time one of those rolls around.
Yep.
So, but they love it. Like solo mission, fucking just he's built for that kind of stuff, and somehow he always gets rank 1,
Uh,
like at some point,
dude,
like at the beginning.
I was thinking about like this like one of my like potential plans was just to like try to beat Solo Mission, but then like, I would have to get rank 1, which I have done like multiple times, but I
Just
don't know if I'm built for that.
I'm not built for it anymore. Like I was never built for it in temporary game modes for sure, but like
Yeah.
I definitely have a competitive side to me. It just
Yeah.
has to be, well, first of all, I think I'm already past like my prime of being like super driven and like obsessed with a video game where I can just like actually go no life addiction mode. I like there's something clicked in my brain like a year or so back where like the game just I can't get quite as addicted as I used to in my earlier 20s. Like early 20s, dude, holy fuck. I could have just dropped everything and just no
Yeah, I
life
mean,
this game hard.
I still do that. Like every time a Leagues comes out or DMM plays out, I'll just play for 40 hours straight. It's so fun.
But
I love it so
I
much.
know that's literally what I crave, but for some reason it's like I don't know what it has to be. It has to either be it's like I think if a brand new permanent game mode was to be released that was single player, like I'm thinking, I don't know, some sort of like I know they've teased like a Mithril Man potential,
Yeah.
or like even if it was like even if it was an official sort of like Chunk Man mode or something like that, where like they make it official, as long as it's permanent, I actually think I could go really hard for like the first several months for sure. Like
When Hardcore Iron Man came out, when just the mode came out, I made a hardcore and I went so hard.
oh, I went so hard. I
Up
like
like top like 200 for like a month.
I was a top. I was ranked 38, I think, by like 3 months in. Dude, I fucking quit my job over that shit. I literally did.
I was in college and my grades were not doing so good when that came out.
Bruh. Okay, so listen, it was November. It was like early November when it dropped, and I was working a job at a Target distribution center. Like I was working like 312s like on the weekends. And
I used to work at Target too.
Oh shit! Did you do like distribution stuff, or were you like at a store?
I was at a store. Yeah.
Okay.
I just did a ton of different stuff.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like I respect Target for like their higher pay. Like they actually paid like quite well. But the thing is like, they fucking worked you. Like they worked the people so hard. Like at least at our distribution center, and they would. I'm going to go on a fucking tangent here about the Target.
Go ahead.
Okay. Listen, every single time, like we drop in, like I'd arrive there like 5:15 p.m. My shift would start at 5:30 p.m. and I'd work all the way until 6 in the morning. And I had to drive over an hour commute there and back. So it was basically like this like 15-hour ordeal, like just for 3 days over the weekend. But then I had like a full day of sleep afterward just to recover from it because I was just like, it was just manual labor the whole time. But they were so obsessed with safety. They would always like show a safety video at the beginning. It's like, listen, we care about your safety and your health. So, do your proper lifts and everything like that. I'm like, bitch, you can't fucking do a proper lift and maintain the speed you're demanding. Like they would freak out on you if your boxes, like, so I was in a semi truck and I would pull like this huge conveyor thing in there and just start setting boxes up. And there would be some heavy ass boxes in there and some that were just so disorganized. And they were like no more than 13 inches of space. And this fucking belt is flying. And so I'm like trying to set up these boxes. And like, it's nice when the boxes are right next to your waist, but then you're having to like literally bend down and like reach on these pallets. There's like tape everywhere. And bro, it's literally impossible to do a proper lifting technique. They'd always like show videos of like these perfectly organized trucks with like this really fit jack dude that's just like bending his hips perfectly and like doing little twists. I'm like, shut the fuck up. You cannot maintain this. Like, oh my God. Yeah.
Have you ever seen Drake and Josh?
Yeah.
The show. The conveyor belt thing reminds me. Remember the sushi thing? The sushi scene.
The thing is, I only watched Drake and Josh at my friend's house, so I'm not going to remember this.
It was basically just like they worked at a sushi place and the conveyor belt got like it started off easy and then it got really fast. They had to put like sushi on the belt and they just couldn't keep up.
That's literally what it is. I mean, by the time like 11 hours have passed and you're just fucking burnt out, like, and this is the worst thing about Target. For a safety concern, you were not allowed to have headphones in. So really? I am just listening to just metal racketing like for 12 hours straight. It's just horrible.
That is horrible. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a safety concern because you couldn't hear like what's going on. I'm like, I don't want to hear what's going on. I just want to do my job. But,
yeah. Working in the store is pretty chill. It was nothing like that.
Yeah, I mean there were some good things about Target. Like one, I think I've told this story on the cast before, but like day one of learning how to use the forklift. Because like that, I fucked up so hard. I could have been a forklift person that was just on the forklift all day, which has its own like kind of cons to it. Like, like people like expect you to move, like hustle. But the first day there was 3 pallets stacked of detergent and my dumbass forgot to lower the prongs. So like the prongs are sticking up like 2 fucking feet. Stab. I literally just stab into like 9 different things of detergent and the whole thing just comes crumbling down. And so there's like literally, I don't know, like 70 things of detergent just fall to the ground and like so many have just like busted open. And it was like a cleanup for like 2 hours. And like that shit must have cost them so much. But yeah, they didn't really care. No, they were really nice, and they even let me like continue to use the thing for the next day. And then by the next day I pulled in, they're like, "Yeah, you're not on the forklift anymore." I'm like, "God damn it!" Like, I literally would have been on that thing, but
taking off of forklift duty, that sucks.
One more thing on the Target thing because I'm just obsessed with it now. But thinking back to those days. By the way, I gotta say, every goddamn day I would go to Target, I would just think about playing RuneScape. Like that's all I thought about. And that was when RuneScape hit the hardest. When you go home and I'd have like a 3-day just span of no life in RuneScape. Like that was what I lived for, which I fucking miss. But I remember I picked up a pallet and I sliced my finger like really bad. And I got to sit in an office for like 4 hours with air conditioning on the job, like on the clock, basically. So that was they take their like safety like really serious. Like if you hurt yourself in any way, they're like they don't want a fucking lawsuit, so they'll just bring you into some comfort and pay you for it, which is nice. So
that's nice. Yeah, that's good at least.
Yeah, what was your experience at the store? Did you have a good time?
It was super chill. I basically just was there for like the holiday season, and I was like, I don't know what you call it, like a floater. I just did like a million different things. I did OPU, which is you basically just are shopping for someone, so online pickup.
Oh shit!
They were like, hey, you're young, you know about computers. Go do the electronics portion of the store. So I basically just opened stuff for people. I just was generally walking around the store. Did you have like I don't know what it's called. They gave you like a little phone, basically. Did you have that?
No, I was a fucking warehouse man.
They give you like a specialized phone that like you can like look stuff up in the store. You can look like a million different things. Like I can help people find stuff.
Like for just products, like just finding.
Yeah.
I think I never had one, but I think one of my managers
we just like carry those like all around the store. They give you a little holster. They give you a little phone.
Yeah.
I basically just help people find stuff. I don't know what it was called, but you basically just straighten out shelves, which is just busy work. So anytime you're not doing anything, I kind of just walk up and down the aisles, and if a manager walks by, I act like I'm straightening stuff out. Look busy.
Dude.
I basically just walked around a ton. I don't know. It was chill.
That's cool. And it's like it's an actual Target store, and they keep those things really clean. Well, I guess you keep them really clean. No, but
I didn't clean anything.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
I literally just walked around.
Dude,
that was like 80% of my job.
I worked at a Dollar Tree, and it wasn't like a distribution center, but I'd work in the back and I'd stock shelves in the morning. And then, of course, like I would leave by like noon. I'd get there like 3 a.m., leave by noon. And like it's a fucking Dollar Tree. So you just got like the weirdest ass people like walking in.
Yeah.
and the aisles are so like narrow. And so I'd be like stocking shelves and there'd just be people like passing by. I'm like, oh my God. Like one of the worst things though about working in those situations is having to pretend like you're working. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like I hate that when there's not enough work to actually do. And like,
dude, that was me like so often.
It's the worst, dude. It's just like, it gives me a knot in my stomach thinking about like just sitting there knowing your shift's going to end in 2 hours and realizing you only really have like 30 minutes of work to do. So you just fucking stretch it out kind of. You're like, I'm going to get paid regardless the same amount and I could work my ass off and then just get more and more work to do, or I could just chill, which is really uncomfortable at the same time because it's just you're going slower than your natural process.
My managers were pretty chill. Like I would just be walking around and be like, hey, can you go? I don't remember what it was called. There was some word for it, but basically go straighten out that aisle. And then I'd be like, okay, I'll go do that. And I would just
and then you're like not sure like how long to be there straightening it out. You're like,
yeah. It was awesome, bro. Like
as long as
I was there for like 4 months. I only had one bad interaction with the customer.
Oh hell yeah! What was the bad interaction?
There was some lady that like there was like a clearance section.
Yeah.
And she just took something from like a completely different aisle and put it on clearance and she like got me. She's like, "This is on clearance, right?" And I was like, it's in the clearance section." And then I scanned it, and then it's like, "No, this isn't on clearance." And then she was like, "But it's in the clearance section, so it has to be on clearance." And she just kept trying to argue with me because she put it there and she wanted it for like a better price. And then I was like, "But it's just here by mistake. Someone put it here." And she was like, "Yeah, but since it's there, it's on clearance." And so like my manager like just came over and was like, "We'll just give her the price."
Oh my God.
So it worked out for her, but she got like very adamant and like I kept telling her like, "No, it's it doesn't say it's on clearance." And I showed her the price. She's like, "No, but it's on the shelf in the clearance spot."
God damn it! Those Karens. You had to deal with them. Target probably has a lot of Karens, to be honest.
That was the only one I really encountered. Like everyone was generally just pretty chill. Just be like, they always ask for the same like 5 different things, and you can just recite it from memory, basically.
Yeah. Good times though. Like, were you playing RuneScape around that time?
No, it was, so I started my channel like COVID was in March. I think I started it in April, May, maybe. And that I worked Target right before COVID.
Okay.
So I don't think I wasn't playing RuneScape then. I
So
came back before COVID.
okay. So what is your like experience with playing RuneScape?
Um, I've been playing it. I mean, my brother showed it to me. I remember my earliest memory of RuneScape is in kindergarten, which was, when was that for me? 2003. I remember showing it. I don't remember like playing for the first time, but I remember going to my friend's house and showing him RuneScape. My first name was Pippin6, and I remember getting my first 1000 GP.
First 1,000. Oh my god.
Yeah, I was like 6 years old. I was such a noob. And then
But
I
dude,
think
that 1,000 coin stack when it changes the texture of it's like,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
shit, yeah.
I was like 1,000. Let's go. And then I don't. That's the only thing I remember from that account. I actually talked to Aiza during TwitchCon. I was like, "Can I recover these old accounts? Because I just want to see. I want to see what little Pip was doing, and when he was like
Yeah.
6 and 7 years old." So I might make a video on that. And then I think I quit that account. That's the only thing I remember. I played a different account for a long time, from like 2006 to like 8. And then me and my brother made all of these like Pures and PK accounts from like 2009 to, I don't know, whenever EOC came out. And then Old School RuneScape came out. I played that like on release, but I mean I didn't play a ton. And then when the game like really started to pick up, like during like Dragon Slayer and stuff, I kind of came back, made my hardcore is when Hardcore Iron Man came out. So when I really came back into the game during college.
Okay.
And I played that for a while. I died on it. I died to a black demon because I AFK'd. I was
Dude,
really, really sad, bro.
I fucking died to a black demon because
Really?
I AFK'd. What the fuck? Are you serious? In the catacombs?
No, it was in the old Neve Slayer cave, I think.
Ah, shit. Mine was in the catacombs.
There was like a safe spot, and I was safe spotting them with ranged, and so I would like click one and then like go do something.
Yep.
And I clicked one out of the aggro range, so it ran away from me and it
Yep.
dragged my character out. And
Fucking Michael Jackson away from you.
Yeah, dude. Oh, it made me so sad. I've never been as sad playing RuneScape as when I died on that account.
Dude, it's so depressing. It's
Yeah. Actually, I during my PvP hardcore, I got even further than that account. I wasn't actually that sad when I died. I don't
really
know why. Yeah,
You
cool.
were
Because
just, like-
I had a good death. I died to like a player, which is I'm like one of the only PvP hardcores to like die to a player.
It's probably
late
because
game.
you had already died as well, so it's. I
Yeah,
feel like you
that's
just
true.
need that first experience of dying because you're like, oh god, like it's like the unbelief or like the disbelief
Yeah.
of just. Yeah.
That's true. And then after, I kind of just played off and on my like as an Iron Man. I did a bunch of raids but never got an item. I was only getting like 15k points per raid because I was a noob.
Yeah.
And then COVID happened, and I was like, everyone's like, oh, we're all learning new skills and doing productive stuff during COVID. And I was like, I want to learn how to make YouTube videos because me and my brother actually made YouTube videos in like 2010,
Okay.
something like that. I was like, I want to try this again. And then I made my first PvP hardcore video basically just to learn how to learn an editing software. And then I was like, oh, I have a really good idea. And then I made the skull tricker video, and that popped off. And I was like, I love YouTube. And then I kept doing it.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy because like that first video, like most YouTubers don't really do that well immediately. They usually like spend years just making total dog water and then finally something pops off. Yeah.
I didn't even know at the time, but I mean, skull tricking videos, just if you have skull trick in the title, it'll do well.
Mm-hmm. Did you have like any like knowledge of YouTube, like realizing that this is a good idea for YouTube, or was it just?
I thought it would be a good idea because at the start of my YouTube career, I would make videos for Reddit and I'd post them to Reddit. So I was skull tricking skull trickers. I was like, dude, Reddit would love this video. Reddit hates skull tricking. But the way it basically worked was, the avarice.
Yeah.
People at the Elder Chaos Druids dress up like a Elder Chaos Druid and try to skull trick people.
Mm-hmm.
So I would act like a noob. I was a noob, so it wasn't really that hard to act. But I would like use a spell on them to like face them, and then I would equip the avarice like they skull tricked me, and then they would skull attacking me, and then I'd have me and my. And thank God it's multi because there was no world where I'm killing those skull trickers by myself. I had my big brother come in and we had 2v1 him in multi. Thank God it was multi.
Damn, that actually is genius.
Yeah, that was a really good idea.
Yeah, that's really cool. Just like kind of exploring like your options during COVID, and then it just turns into something.
Yeah, I'm super grateful.
So, are you considered full time?
Yeah. Last year I went. No, I think like a year and a half ago I like went full time. I used to work at Domino's. I delivered pizzas in the ghetto, and then right before I went one of the leagues, I think. It was a couple weeks. Some guy like he didn't pull a gun on me, but he like
Jesus.
had a gun, and like I was like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. Like
Fuck.
I never got like robbed. Actually, no, I did kind of get robbed, but by a different guy.
Holy shit.
There was a different guy who like gave me. It was like a $20 order, and he gave me like a handful of ones, and I like started counting it, and then he like looked at me very intimidatingly, and he's like, "It's all there." I was like, "Okay," and I walked away.
And it wasn't all there?
No, I mean he gave me some money.
Yeah.
He was like $10 off. You know, I guess he just didn't have the cash.
It's all there, just staring you down. God damn it.
So I got quote unquote robbed for $10.
Damn.
Yeah.
What do you like? You did the right thing,
Yeah, I'm not
according to
escalating.
their like policy, right? Like, just if they're not
it's
paying.
$10. I'm not gonna get
Like,
stabbed.
Like, does like Domino's have like a policy, or just like if they're not gonna pay you, just fucking leave?
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
And it's the way the positioning of that Domino's was super weird because half of it was like super nice houses and you would get like very big tips, and then half of it was just the ghetto where you would get stiffed like 90% of the time. God. It was weird.
What was your biggest tip?
We delivered a bunch of. It was like split, so it wasn't like specifically mine.
Oh, okay.
But we delivered like a ton of pizzas to like a hospital for like a bunch of doctors.
Oh, damn.
And they just gave us like a couple $100 between like, I don't know, like 4 people.
Okay. Shit. Nice.
You know, I worked as a busboy for like a long time, and like, worked a bunch of weddings and stuff. And people always tip like super well at like wedding rehearsals and rehearsal dinners.
Yeah, that's the way to do
wedding
it.
receptions.
If you want to make like big money, you gotta work in like nicer areas and nicer places, and they'll tip big time.
Yep.
Well, now I have to ask. So, what's your favorite franchise pizza chain?
Definitely Domino's.
Really?
I think Domino's and Papa John's, and I think Pizza Hut is trash.
Yes.
Which I feel like it's a hot take.
Man. No, that's not a hot take at all, dude. I used to live in Baltimore, and I had one experience with Pizza Hut that completely fucked up just like I hate Pizza Hut now. We got a pizza and like the cinnamon like pull aparts or whatever the hell they are, like those little like dish of cinnamon. Dude, first of all, those things are ass. At least in that location, it's just gross, like just doughy. Like I don't even know what they were. And the pizza was wet. I'm not saying of grease.
Really?
Like there was water like splashed on it or something. Like it was soggy, wet,
insane.
and oh my God. And we went to like pick it up. Like it wasn't even like a delivery issue. It was just like we literally straight up went into the restaurant, picked up our order, and we got back home and the pizza was wet. Like, oh my God. Like it just, and the thing is, I was so goddamn hungry, I ate a slice and I'm like, what the fuck am I putting in my mouth?
Did it taste normal? Did it taste normal?
I mean, it was just like soggy. Like, it's just like, what am I eating right now? Like, it's just, this is not, I mean, yeah, I guess it didn't taste like different necessarily, but the texture was so off. And at that point, I just hated Pizza Hut. But I will say, I think Papa John's is my go-to for sure.
Dude, my whole real life friend group like just loves Pizza Hut, and that's all they ever get when they get pizza. Like,
Dude,
two of them used to work at Pizza Hut, and I just think it's trash.
It's so trash.
It's the worst one.
It's got like a distinct taste that I now hate. Like I actually didn't mind Pizza Hut growing up, but now when I have Pizza Hut, like there's something about the taste of it. It's like the grease or something that's just. It just reminds me of that horrible experience of like that just mushy pizza I was eating, and I can't do it anymore.
It ruined it for you.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Carl's Jr. or Hardee's.
Yeah, it's Hardee's word.
Yeah,
It's Hardee's.
I used to like that as a kid. It's total dog shit now. I hate Carl. And whenever I taste that kind of like, you know, that like what do they call it, flame broiled like beef or whatever they call it, just like
I haven't had Hardee's in a long time.
Dude, when I eat those patties now, I want to barf because it has such a distinct taste. Like, this is Carl's Jr., this is Hardee's, like, this is that shitty, I don't even know. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I will say though.
What do you think is the best fast food?
Ooh, okay. So I live in Oregon right now. We don't really have In-N-Out, but there is a couple in Oregon now, and I actually love In-N-Out.
Really?
I don't like their fries, but like if I can get a fucking burger for a cheap price, like a good value price, like I'm going to In-N-Out. I also like Chick-fil-A.
Yeah,
Chick-fil-A slaps.
Our house had Chick-fil-A. I'm not even joking. I think like 5 out of the 10 days when we were in Vegas.
Oh shit! Oh yeah,
because they're all from Europe. And
that's what all Europeans want, and I don't blame them. Like, that's a good option. It's better than like going to fucking Burger King or some trash.
We never went to In-N-Out, but I've had it like once, and I thought it was okay.
Yeah, In-N-Out, like, to be honest, it's not amazing. Mainly because like their fries suck and their shakes suck. But
just burgers.
Their burgers are so good, and you get them piping hot every time, and it's just quality. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I have heard it's like very consistent.
So
like, pretty good.
I will say, like, because you mentioned Domino's, the one thing I love from Domino's, their lava cakes.
A lot, really?
I fucking
wow, that is surprising.
Those.
I've never like had them, but like I saw them when we were working there, and just seeing them frozen like makes me not want to have them.
Dude, okay, well that's fair. You don't want to ever see how anything's made in fast food, but bro, they are so good. Like that is
really
the only reason I will ever. I haven't even ordered Domino's for like 2 years probably. Like, I literally just don't get Domino's. And if I ever did, though, it would only be because they have such thing as lava cakes. They're so good. You have to try them. You have to.
Lava cakes from Domino's, huh?
They're in like they listen. I am not
so much.
listen. I just have to say this, like, for those listening as well. I am not a person that would just want a chocolate sort of cake thing. Like, it's just like too much chocolate almost. Just like, nah, that's not my thing, bruh. Those hit so hard. It's just they're on a different planet, dude. They're so good. Yeah, you got to get those, and you got to report back to me. I got to fucking know.
Yeah, next time I get Domino's, I'm hitting up the lava cakes.
Yeah. They're so good. Holy shit. Yeah, but let me try to think. There was one other place I was gonna mention. Oh, I like Popeyes as well.
Oh yeah, it's the Popeyes chicken. I never had Popeyes before the chicken sandwich. Like, that whole thing blew up.
Yeah, Popeyes.
Now Popeyes is one of my favorite spots.
Yeah, it's goated. What's your favorite, by the way?
I don't know. Do you consider Chipotle fast food?
Dude, Chipotle went so downhill. I think ever since like DoorDash was kind of like invented, like all that kind of like delivery stuff, Chipotle just started skimping on fucking everything.
Dude, I love Chipotle. I love Chipotle so much. If I could get like one of those like celebrity cards where they could just go to Chipotle for free, I would just eat Chipotle every day.
I mean, I will admit, when you get good Chipotle, the thing is they're inconsistent at this point.
It is inconsistent, yeah.
But if you get good Chipotle, it's really good. I've had so many problems where like I will literally order, and this is part of DoorDashing problems as well. It's like I'll DoorDash Chipotle. I used to do it a lot in Alabama, and then I just got so sick of it. But I would order the extra guac, or just guac, which is like fucking $4 extra online. And it would come there and it would be brown and it would ruin the bowl. It would ruin the entire bowl because now there's fucking like brown goop everywhere. And you know when like that guac is just like rancid and it just ruins everything. And there was multiple times where that happened. I'm like, fuck you guys. Like, damn it. But yeah, you know what is good? Their queso
has gone downhill. Yeah.
Queso.
Just getting a burrito with chips and queso. Oh, such a good meal.
So good. Yeah, you're right about that. Okay, I want to ask you, kind of like just drifting back into RuneScape. What do you enjoy as like a player playing it, with like just content creation aside?
I have a side Ultimate Iron Man that I play. I'm a very like all over the place player. I play an Ultimate Iron Man, but I also do PvP stuff with like Eli and Psych. Like I feel like it's a very weird mix.
It is.
Yeah.
It is a weird
Like
mix.
I genuinely like just enjoy Iron Man and the game like that. But I mean I think PvP in RuneScape is so good. Like not like the core mechanics, but just like the overall like I don't know, just the wilderness is so cool. But I'm not very good at it, so I don't do like the sweaty like 1v1 like NH like go to Rev Caves in World 303 and fight some guy maybe is going to be a cheater and
Yeah.
I do
Oh my
I do
God.
the
Yeah, you're right.
I do the stuff Reddit hates, the predator versus prey, where you go hunt people in the wilderness.
Yeah.
Like that's so much more fun.
Oh, 100. Like, I do not blame anyone for fucking doing that. Of course, it's
Like
fun.
I don't want to like sesh some sweaty nature guy. Like that's not what PvP is to me. It's like me and Eli like really share like the same viewpoint of the wilderness. Like it's the wilderness, anything can happen. Like I do want to run into other like PKers, but I don't want to like go up there and just fight PKers. Like I want it to be like a whole variety of different things that are happening.
For sure.
And like sometimes like just the fact like getting like a 2 mil kill, not maybe not 2 mil, like 5 mil kill like off some random guy that's just choosing to risk in the wilderness. I don't know, it's just so fun.
Yeah. No, you're totally right. Like just the wilderness in general it's like it's always fresh. Like not really in a sense, but in a sense like you're never gonna know what you're gonna encounter.
Yeah,
and
it's awesome.
Yeah. It's especially fun when you are out there to have those interactions. When you're out there on your fucking ultimate Iron Man, you're just trying to do a goddamn clue scroll and you just get it like randomly interrupted. You're just like, God, I hate this place. But if you're out there for the act of like having fun out in the wilderness with the boys, yeah, that shit's so addicting.
Yep.
I have the viewpoint that like Iron Man, just the release of an official Iron Man mode really killed what PvP in the wilderness could have been. Now, I'm not saying that like Iron Man mode by any means was a net negative to the game. Like I think it was actually a huge positive for like growth and everything else. But in PvP and specifically, I actually do think if Iron Man mode had never become an official thing, it would be a lot more enjoyable because like every single account could benefit from it. Whereas you just have so many Iron Men that literally it's just a waste of their time interacting with anything PvP because they're just there's no reward to it. So
yeah, I mean, I think Iron Man is good, but I think like the whole like the game has just shifted to become like single player, not MMO Iron Man mode, which is it's gotten a lot better this year. Like even like just shooting stars. Like I guess Toa was last year. And now, wait, what do you think of Squirks?
I actually think so. I have not uploaded a video in like 3 weeks because I was suffering with COVID and I was on that thing. So I haven't. I usually make rambles about these kind of things, and I would have.
Yeah.
But I actually think the Squirks thing is cool. The problem with these now there isn't as big of a problem. Like so, shooting stars had the problem of like worlds crashing because like people just mass hop to these worlds. With Squirks, it's just like one dedicated world where it's like, okay, just stay the hell away from there if you don't want your world to lag. But I actually think that's a really cool thing because it's not game breaking in any way. You still have to interact with your client consistently. It's just really chill. It's like a super, super chill method. And it's not broken XP at all, in my opinion. I think it's like fucking really balanced. Yeah, what are your thoughts on it? I like it personally. I haven't even done it.
I'm just a big fan of like seeing a mass of players in one place. Even if it does like lag worlds, which I think is definitely a problem. But I don't know, just seeing like the game being so active and lively is so cool.
For sure. That's also why I liked shooting stars because it just feels like you're getting real human interaction. And unlike a place like Blast Furnace where you go there and it's just all bots. Like, okay, it looks like it's popping off, but there's literally like 2 fucking real players here. And they're all hating their life, basically. But like in Squirks, it's good. It's good the way it is because it's all real people, it seems like. Obviously, there's going to be bots there, but like it just seems, for the most part, there's just a bunch of real players just having a good time, doing their thing. And it's not an activity where you're away from your computer for 20 minutes because one of the downsides to pre-nerf like shooting stars was like well,
Yeah,
first of all, the crashing worlds, but also it's like nobody's actually there because everyone's there just to click and then like do whatever the hell they're gonna do for 20 minutes.
I watched the last Sae Bae cast with Autobiology and Hibaxionga, and you guys were just going on and on about the what is it, the 6 hour thing? It's
Oh yeah, I have the thing is like I have a problem with, and these are all my own opinions, but one of the things that actually does worry me is being okay, like having the community be okay with like literally gaining XP for hours on end without interacting with your computer at all or like your phone. Like I do not want those methods being introduced into the game. That's my own opinion. Mainly
I understand it. Yeah,
yeah, mainly because it's just like that is not what this game is. It's just not an idle game. Like this game was not meant to be an idle. And when I mean idle, I mean like fully away from your computer. Like AFK methods, like the way they've revamped Shooting Stars, where it's only about like 7 or 8 minutes, or like up to 10, I think. Like that's perfect. Like something where like it's under 10 minutes, it's slow XP. Like that's totally fine. But as soon as you're going like a half hour, 2 hours, 6 hours, like no, fuck that.
I think 6 hours is a lot, but I think there's not really a big difference between the 7 minutes and 30 minutes.
I personally think there is a difference. I think it's pretty
maybe it's just
substantial.
Maybe it's my own like experience, but like even when it was like 20-30 minute AFK, like I would still like click on my screen and like move my mouse. It's like weird. It's, I know I don't need to because I can leave it there for 20 minutes, but like, still like it's still like 7 minutes is like the same thing as 20 to me. Like every like 2 or 3 minutes I'll just click on my screen and move just out of habit.
Yeah.
And
now,
it's not
like okay, so I've had this kind of discussion where like right now, like the log out timer used to be 5 minutes. Now it's 25 minutes.
Do you think that's good or bad?
So personally, it doesn't really matter what I think. Like I am one of those players that when I play the game, I'm playing the game. But I understand there are just so many players that have real lives and they want to progress their account. They want to enjoy the game.
I have 4 kids. I don't have time to...
9 kids, 3 wives, 8 jobs. Yeah. So, and I understand a lot of the player base is getting older, first of all, so we're not all in college and have unlimited free time. And people still want to just enjoy progressing an account because that's what's fun about RuneScape. It's like just, progressing an account endlessly. Yeah. And so the 25 minutes personally is fine, but and I would even be okay with a method that does have some sort of like a 25 minute, like I didn't even have that big of a problem with how Shooting Stars were traditionally, where it was literally up to like 18, 20 minutes. Or it was just like something crazy. But the biggest problem was just like the world problems. But I would be okay with like 25-minute AFK methods if there was no way to circumvent going for 6 hours, which Jagex, like, I don't think they're willing to do. So the problem with 25-minute like fully idle methods is not the fact that it's just 25 minutes. First of all, they need to be very low XP per hour, in my opinion. But on top of that, they cannot be easily circumvented into 6 hours. That's what they inevitably do, unless they come out with some system that detects it, which I don't think they're willing to, like...
Yeah, I think the whole 6 hour thing is a little ridiculous, but...
25 minutes, though, if that's the logout timer and there is some super piss low XP... Like if Duke mining was in a public location, so first of all, this is my own opinion as well, is like people in private instances doing stuff just never feels right, which is why
I agree. Yeah,
like I have been against Nightmare Zone since day fucking one. Like I hate the idea of Nightmare Zone. I hated like weird. The 6 houring in a private server. I was like, why the hell is this even in the game? And so like if Duke mining had been like in a public location where you're gaining 10k mining XP an hour and it's only for 25 minutes, that would have been a completely healthy update.
That's what the Guardians of the Rift thing was, but that shit's like hurts Guardians of the Rift.
Yeah, it hurts the actual like mini game itself. But I'm totally okay. Like literally, if you're gonna sit there for 25 minutes and gain like 4.5k XP for an hour for one click, just sitting there. Amen. Yes. Hell yeah. That's fucking perfectly balanced. Do that all day. I don't really give a fuck. But as soon as it's 6 hours, like, no, no, can't do that.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah, and people have even come to me and they're like, well, why aren't you advocating for nightmare zone removal and pumping the blast furnace for 6 hours? Because there are other methods where people do 6 hour stuff. Now, personally, I think combat XP is like the least of the concerns when it comes to RuneScape, mainly because there are just notoriously have always been methods where you can just AFK combat.
Wait, speaking of AFK methods, I wanted in the last like cast, you were like every skill has an AFK method. I wanted to like understand what you guys think. Do you think like rooftops is like AFK? I think it was Autumn Elegy that said it.
No. That's,
but I feel like a lot of people confuse like AFK with like chill methods. Like I don't think Squirk is AFK because you have to click every like 20 seconds.
It just depends what you mean. Okay, so I would say AFK method. This is my own definition. Everyone has their own definition. But like AFK is like you're clicking several times every minute. So maybe already like, or any sort of rooftop could maybe be considered AFK. Although I would say that's way more higher engagement than something like Squirks. But like Squirks, I would still consider AFK. But there is a difference between Idle and AFK. Idle is like Karambwan fishing and shooting stars. Like that's what I consider Idle, where it's like 4+ minutes.
I think most people consider what you consider as Idle as AFK.
Yeah, which is fair.
My definition is like, can you like play a different game while you're doing it? Like can I like play like not like just like another account and like you could probably do Squirks while you play another account, but can you like play like a different game and still be like efficient in doing it?
Well, you traditionally like in RuneScape, when I'm thinking like traditional methods that were quote unquote AFK, I'm thinking like fishing, where it's like a random interval where you could just randomly stop fishing at any second. But you still could fish for like a good 2 to 3 minutes, like straight up, or chop a tree 2 to 3 minutes straight up and just not have to interact. But that randomization, which personally pisses me off, but it's just been traditional RuneScape where like things just deplete at random intervals. That has been considered AFK, but you still have to like always keep an eye on it. With new school, which I actually think is pretty healthy, one of them is like how they change tree mechanics with forestry, where like everything's like really static now. Like trees last for a certain amount of minutes and then they deplete. I think that's actually a healthy change. I like Karambwans where it's like you just fill up your inventory, the spot doesn't move. That's cool. Most changes like that are healthy. So, but yeah, it's literally just it's just a definition thing. Like everyone has their own definition of AFK and stuff.
True.
But yeah. Well, I mean, so you think? I think you pretty much agree with me when it comes to like you're against 6 hour like just gaining XP.
6 hours is a bit ridiculous.
But 25 minutes you're fine with, because that's me as well, as long as the XP rates are appropriate.
Yeah, I think like Idle is how a lot of people like want to play. Like not many people want to do like just spam click a rock for 8 hours to get their 70 mining to get a quest cape type thing. Like I don't think many people are doing like Idle methods to 99 because that shit takes forever.
Well, some people do if that's like the road they choose, just like that's how they play the game. It's just like everything's Idle. But
I think a lot of people like just do Idle when they're like just they just want to chill, and like if they really want to play, I think a lot of people do both.
Yeah, for sure. And
I don't think there's many players that like just do Idle stuff.
I mean, those are when I think of those players, I just think of like their alt accounts. Like some people literally just play nonstop alts.
Yeah, that's
fully
true.
Idle.
That's true. That's actually true.
But I will say like one of the things that concerns me is like AddyCon made that tweet, and you probably heard it because you watched the podcast and you.
Yeah.
But he made like a tweet where like every skill should have an Idle method. And what I got from that was like an actual Idle method where it's like you literally can AFK for 25 minutes straight and gain low amounts of XP. Problem with that, in my opinion, is like there is something to be said about like skill prestige, like kind of like, oh, this is like a cool skill. Like the problem is nowadays nobody gives a fuck if you're like high in your skills or not, mainly because the game's just been out for so long and people just have lives and they just don't, and they realize like skilling is boring, which is another issue on its. I could ramble about like the state of skilling, but like what I would hate is if like every method has a 20k XP an hour where you just sit on a fucking Duke Rock and gain your rune crafting XP or gain your construction XP or gain your Slayer XP. Just like everything has like a don't interact and gain whatever the hell skill XP you want. I just feel like that's so odd and that's just not right. And the J mods agree with that. Like they think that's there have been J mods that have stated on Twitter like they're against that as well. I think well, I guess ex J mod Flippy, he was saying like that's just silly and stupid to go down that route. So it's okay to have skills that actually like I would hate if mining personally if mining became like wood cutting where every single thing is just click on this for 3 minutes, click on this for 3 minutes, and it's like optimal XP rates. Like it's just there's an identity to mining, which is this shit's like a tough skill to get and it is clicking, but there should be more balance in my opinion. Like you should be heavily rewarded for traditional mining. The fact that we make no profit in almost any skill is just laughable.
Yeah. Skilling is basically just XP now, just getting levels.
I know, and it's just that is just not how traditional old school is. Like traditional old school was literally PVM, like Slayer, you lost money basically, and like PVM, you got big ticket items. PKing was was like high risk, high reward, and then skilling was like the constant flow of good GP per hour, but it was boring. It was like, do you want to do this monotonous but guaranteed good GP per hour? Like early days of old school,
like that again.
Oh no, it won't. But like that's and there's something to be said. Like it's okay if the game evolves. It's just everyone has their own opinions, and we just have to. I don't know. It's like we have to almost come together. This is like my personal view. It's like we have to come together as a community and as like a JMod team and decide like together like what is the vision for this game and like kind of like state it clearly. Like what do we think is inappropriate for this game? What do we think is good for the game? Like how can we I feel like if it was a better direction, and this is like for the game going forward, like where do we want the game to go? Because everyone has a different idea now. Like there's literally people that want to be able to like skip all the skilling and just go to PVM, like people like Adicon and stuff. And there's people that just like want the whole game to become an Idle-Scape thing. And I don't know. We have to like come together and realize what do we want the game to be, because not everyone's going to be satisfied, but at least we can.
Yeah, I think. I mean, vision. What do you think of the last year? Because I think that this past year has been the best year like that I've ever played in RuneScape, at least just update wise. I think it's just a lot of updates that I very, very much enjoy.
Yeah, I think it just depends. Like for me personally, I really love 2018. I think 2018 was a great year, even though there was some really busted updates. That was like TOB release.
Oh yeah,
TOB release and Revs came out. Like I spent 3 months in Revs straight, and like even though that update was fucking wild and kind of busted in certain ways, like early multi-res was crazy. It was just like fucking mob rule. Like just
I didn't really get to experience it. I did some PKing with my brother, but
oh my god, it was such a wild. Like I actually had such a fun time. It was so toxic there. But it was like that was like truly the moment, like those 3 months were when the game didn't even feel like RuneScape anymore. It felt like I was literally dealing with an online mafia, like just like logging in, like trying to log in at certain. It was like playing, it's like playing Rust. I've never even played Rust, but it would be like that, where it's like, it's like you actually are having to fully engage and like interact with players, try to like fucking talk people out of killing you and just paying off people is nuts.
Yeah,
fun.
That was a cool time. I didn't really play a ton during them, but I like played a little, like random PKing trips with my brothers and some RuneScape friends.
It was crazy. That was my god, fun times.
What do you think of this year? Like minus, I think Forestry is the only like big flop update. And I know you hate the Scar Essence mine, but
yes, and these are just my own opinions on things like Scar Essence mine. I think it's just stupid, mainly because it's just like. Dude,
I don't even know what it is. I'm not gonna lie.
It's like
I know you get a million runes or whatever, but
it's literally just paying GP for resources. on an Iron Man, which is like fundamentally against what Iron Man is, where it's like you chose to be an Iron Man, motherfucker. Like, you chose the AIDS way to play. Quit making like blatant updates. It's like, this is literally how I see it. It's like, I need brews on my Iron Man. Okay, let's come out with a new fucking update where you just deposit GP into this one brew vial and it turns into 1,000 brew vials because you just inserted GP into it. It's like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
Odd. So, but no, I think I actually think the game's in a really good spot, and I think the team's like knows, you know, kind of what's going on, and they're keeping the game like pretty healthy. But my concern is, and the reason I make this my concern is because I don't feel like many other people really care, and they think it's kind of like a just like a pointless thing to pursue. It's like, I want skilling to be good again, like not again, but I want it to be good. It's not like it was ever like that good.
I mean, the sailing is coming out soon. Do you think that it's gonna? I have no idea. I don't know anything about sailing. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's gonna be good. Revive some stuff.
I just don't think sailing. It's either, if sailing is a traditional skill, which it won't be, then people hate it because people hate skilling. But sailing is like not going to be that at all. It's going to be, you gain XP to go kill some fucking monsters in the sea and do some fun voyage thing where it's like, you're not actually skilling. You're basically just doing like mini raid adventures and then getting XP for it, which I think will be really fun for a lot of people.
Yeah. I was originally gonna cheese the first 99. I have an account that is my old Tilemen. When I quit the Tilemen, like, one of the reasons I quit was because I wanted to do this, and this account would be perfect for it. But I was gonna get every single XP lamp in the game, and just lamp to like 80 sailing when everyone else is like level 10.
Oh shit!
But they said they're gonna disable XP lamps.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did they actually say that? Like, I feel like they would.
They haven't said it in public, but in the control every month. I was doing it. I did it for like 7 months. I have almost every diary task completed. Like, I just played a main for like, so I have a good main now, which I'm not too mad that it's not gonna happen. But I would just control F in the new skill Discord and type lamp, and they said they're not gonna allow like lamping on the first couple weeks.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. You know what is going to be crazy is the release of sailing and everyone loses their max cape.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah. I mean,
what if it's like a really, really slow skill and some people just never get their max cape back because it's just like, it can't be asked?
Nah. It's going to be hella fast. I literally think sailing is going to be a skill that's like, when you're 99, it's going to be like 300k XP an hour.
You think?
I think it, like, off the bat, I think when you hit like level 50, which will take a fucking like hour to get, like, by the time you're level 50, like, the XP per hour is gonna be like 150k, and then it's gonna just shoot it like in a nice little exponential thing up to 300k. Like, literally, like, I can't see it being anywhere under 150k.
I just think it's gonna be like released in like 8 different updates and just gonna be like constantly added to, so it's gonna be like shit at the start. I feel like.
Nah, it's not gonna be shit at the start, but they're definitely gonna pimp it out over time. It's gonna be pretty poppin', I think, initially. Dude, the craziest thing, and this is what I'm excited for. I'm excited to see who reclaims rank 1.
That's true.
Like, overall, like 200 mil.
Dude, it's like the first race since like
10 years. How long? Like 11 years of this. Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, it's gonna be wild, and the most interesting part about it is there is no meta to this. So like, a traditional skill is like, okay, just fucking 3-tick 4G for 3,000 hours or whatever the hell, or like 100, whatever it is, 1,500 hours.
With how smart the community is now, how fast do you think it's gonna get figured out so fast?
Thing is I'm pretty sure, this is what's exciting about it, is I'm pretty sure the meta will involve teammates, and
really?
like getting a good party going with your ship, because they are really focused on like getting multiple people involved. So like, I don't even think the best XP is going to be a solo pursuit. I think it's going to be like, you're going to get those sweats that are just like fucking butthurt that they have to like actually go on Discord and like find like teammates to sail with, because I think that will be the best XP per hour. There's probably going to be some like really stupid bugs initially too, where people are just fucking cashing out. Like, just something that's busted.
Dude,
sure.
every time like there's like a new game mode like DMM or something, there's some like bug that like I always play to swap GP. There's always some stupid bug or something that just tanks the price of GP. Like someone just like sort of smuggles in money or like finds some glitch and like duplicates a ton of money. It
Yeah.
always pisses me off.
Nope.
There's always something.
Something's gonna be totally broken. Wait, you weren't playing with Wintertod release, were you?
No,
Yeah, Wintertod
I did
release
not.
is fucking wild.
Was it bugged?
It wasn't bugged. It was just so broken.
Oh yeah.
Like fire making was such an aid skill before that.
Yep.
It still is, but like before that, it was you have to pay a shit ton of money to buy magic logs and burn them at the GE. And then they came out with a thing where literally you're opening crates and you're getting like 8 Snapdragon seeds, which at the time were just like wildly expensive, and just
Wow.
opening these crates just loaded. And it was like for a month straight where people were just like heavily profiting and getting like the same XP rates you'd get. And yeah, like updates like that, I'm pretty sure sailing will. I think actually Jagex almost does that on purpose, where they come out with an update and it's hella like the loot tables or whatever are super busted just to get like this increase of people doing it, and then they focus on nerfing it later rather than the opposite of having it be like dead.
I remember the like speaking of like just the Iron Man brew thing you were saying earlier, you remember the noted brews on the Konar release? That is one release where I was like, what the hell is going on?
Literally, what the fuck? Like, are you guys high?
Yeah.
Like, you cannot say, and they didn't pull the card of like, oh, that was a glitch. No, like they straight up thought that was a good idea.
Yeah, it was weird. And then Eli always tells me about him and his friends during Vorkath's release. Vorkath was apparently like crazy.
Oh, it was crazy. I was doing Vorkath the first week. That technically okay, so they've changed it now where you can actually get blue Dragonhide scales from it, but for the longest time, like getting blue Dragonhide scales or dragon scales for or lore secondaries was such a pain in the ass for Iron Man. But back then it was like every kill, like for like a week, it was like every other kill I'd get like 200 like blue dragon scales. I'm like, hell yeah. And like 5 palm seeds were those were like insanely nice at the time. And yeah, that loot table was busted. Have you ever seen what Zulra's original table was, by the way?
I think I have, but I've forgotten it.
Dude, Mod Ronin's Twitch stream of him like simulating like 1,000 Zulra kills. This was
crazy.
This is before there was any raids, any sort of thing that was like busted GP. No, this was the first, and they went so wild on it for no goddamn reason.
Did it drop brews or did it drop toadflax or nests? Or
yeah, it just straight up dropped brews.
Jesus,
I think. I'm pretty sure it just dropped brews. And then that whole bird nest thing was weird because Callisto dropped a bunch of bird nests and then they nerfed that to make it all like birdhouses. Let me ask, like, what are your thoughts on like hourlies and like birdhouses and?
Oh, I hate that stuff, dude. I tried. So right after DMM, me and I don't know if you know who Stewie is, but we tried playing RS3, and that is just fucking hourly and daily and weekly, just everywhere, and it just made me not want to play it.
Yeah,
I hate stuff like that. It's literally just chores.
I know.
I hate dailies and weeklies and.
Yeah, Jagex had like a real love for adding random herb patches consistently, like in every update, and I'm glad they
added one to Priv.
Yeah, I'm glad they like stopped with that. Even though it's just like I don't know.
No, I hate dailies.
Like thinking this is what so people ask me like when will you ever make like a new account or make like a series or something. I'm like, dude,
do you only have one account?
Pretty much. I only play this one.
Do you have a main though?
I mean, I had a main. I played like when I first got into old school in 2015, I was playing a main and it was like 1850 total. And then I had like a pure that I played that got like just like AFK'd wyverns and stuff. But no, playing hardcore, like my first hardcore got banned. That was the one that got banned at like rank 38. And then I started.
Wait, what did it get banned for?
Auto clicking Alks. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I literally had an IRL. I've told this story so many times, but it's like I had an IRL friend that like I was heavily addicted to hardcore mode at this point. Like I was like my grades were dropping, everything. I was like, fuck, like I'm so addicted to hardcore. And I was like up there. I was in like the top clan, you know,
Yeah.
and I knew I was just gaming, but I wanted to get extra gains, and I've never cheated before, and so I was like, and so I had like an IRL buddy that was like, dude, I've auto clicked on like 4 different accounts to 99 Magic, like you're good, just fucking auto click, and I'm like, all right, so I auto clicked for one night for 6 hours, and like a couple days later, just perm banned.
Really?
Yep,
They
just
permitted you the first offense?
yep.
Isn't that like rare?
Yeah,
Don't
no, it was.
most people get like a 3-day.
I know, and that's what my friend was saying. He's like, dude, even if you do get banned, it's like just like a 2-day ban. Like, who even cares? And I'm like, yeah, you're right. So no, just straight up perm banned, and I have like I don't really care anymore. Well, mainly because the account actually got unbanned. So 4 years later,
Nice.
which I don't care about anymore. But at the time, I thought the reason they perm banned me was because like just a month prior, I had bought a year worth of membership. So in their, they're probably seeing the system as like, this guy's hella addicted. He already paid us, you know, whatever the hell amount of $100 for a fucking year. Now, if we perm ban him, we'll probably just
We'll get him
pocket that
again.
money and get more money. So that was like my theory for a while.
That's some tinfoil hat.
Oh yeah, straight up. But there's probably something. Because imagine I only had like 2 more days of membership. They're like, oh shit,
Yeah.
we shouldn't ban him yet. We should get him to pay more money first.
That'd be so funny if they did that.
Yeah,
Like, that's how it actually worked.
that was definitely my tinfoil hat conspiracy for a while. But that shit sucked. Wait, so you said you got banned, right?
Oh yeah, I got banned, dude. It was I wasn't really mad that I got banned. It was more about the timing of the ban.
So what happened?
So me and West Ham, well, I was back when I used to stream. I was just like streaming in Rev Caves, and the Ancient God Sword was like pretty new. Like I don't know, it was like a month after Nex, maybe something like that. But I was just streaming in the Rev Caves, and one of my viewers was just like next to me, and I Ancient God Sword this guy, and then my viewer teleblocks him, and then I immediately hit him, like it's like through the PJ timer. So I was like, what the hell was that? And then I watched back the clip, and the way the Ancient God Sword worked, I think I don't know how many ticks after the 25 is, but you used to be able to like Ancient God Sword someone, and then there was enough time for someone to PJ them, and then they hit once, and then the 25 hits, and like the PJ timer is passed back to you, so you can hit them immediately again.
Oh.
So I discovered that, and I was like, holy shit, that's actually so broken and kind of cool. And I was like, I want to make a video on this.
Oh God.
So I get together with West Ham, and we're trying to do it. It was broken with like the old wilderness, but it was so hard to kill people with it. We tried on like 30 different people, and we finally got 1 kill on some guy. It's Black Chins. We killed an Iron Man for like 100 chins, where Ancient God Sword someone, I would DH them. I hit like an 80, the 25 hit, and then he hit him and killed him. It's like, we're like, holy shit, it worked. It finally worked. And then he uploaded that as a short, which he probably shouldn't have done, because the way I was gonna do it is I was gonna, like, I wasn't in content creator disc at the time.
Yeah.
So I didn't have any like contact to any JMod. So I asked Ditter. I tried to get in contact with the JMod and be like, yo, this is bugged. And I tried to like get it fixed before I released the video, so like other people couldn't go abuse it.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to do it like the quote unquote right way, if there is a right way to make like a bug abuse video.
That's probably the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so then West Ham just uploaded the shorts. I was like, whatever, it's your shorts channel. It'll get like 3K views, 4K views, 5K views, whatever it is. And then Panic, do you know Panic?
Yeah.
Yeah, he saw it, and then him and Pure Seb immediately made a video. And I was so mad. Because he showed the short in the clip and gave credit, and then they got banned. And then West Ham got banned, and then they sniped my name from the video as well, and I got banned, even though I was trying to like get it fixed before I uploaded the video. So, and the thing is, like, that happened like during leagues, and those clips were like months old, not months, probably like, I don't know, a month. It was like a month later I got banned, and it was during leagues, and I had the like, do you remember Shadow Relics had like the Bandosian Might?
Yeah,
Like,
where everyone is trying to get their goddamn Bandos blessing.
yeah. I got super lucky. I got insanely lucky, and I had the first like Bandosian Might and full DH. So I was going around just one hitting bosses. I was like doing very well. I was like doing very well on Twitch because I was the only one with that. And then I got banned, and I was so mad because I was like at the worst time possible.
Fuck.
And I kind of had like a meltdown on Twitter, and I tried to get unbanned. Dinner sent like 8 messages on my behalf in the content creator Discord, and they were like, "Well, you did bug abuse." I was like, "Can you just ban me like for a month instead of 2 weeks?" Yeah, after leagues, please. Yeah,
That's so funny. Yeah, the whole like panicking on Twitter thing, like that's definitely
dude.
Like
I was
you
so mad.
like you know the feeling. Obviously, like you knew that account was gonna get removed anyway. But like imagine it was like a like your main account or something that you'd spend like years on or something. It's like, but
yeah,
even with like your experience, like that feeling of getting banned and having no fucking power over anything it's a helpless feeling. It fucking sucks.
yeah.
Like
I didn't really
banned.
care about the account or anything. It was literally just like the timing of the ban made me so mad because I was doing like so well and leagues was so fun, and I was just going around. I was like gonna get the highest hit ever, which I did end up doing after the ban, but
yeah, that's unfortunate timing. God damn it.
yeah.
Shit. What are your thoughts on this league's 4, by the way, coming up? Are you gonna go hard on it?
I plan to, yeah. It's during. I wanted like play for points, but it's during Thanksgiving, it's during Christmas and New Year's, so it's like I'm gonna be doing stuff like IRL for all 3 of those things.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's what I'll probably miss like a week plus, and you can't really like play for front page if you like don't play for a week.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I'll do. I'm also going to visit my brother in Denver in early December. So
Yeah.
that's 5 different things. So I don't know what I'll do, to be honest. Have you been seeing the relics being teased? They look pretty nice.
The thing is, like, so I've seen them, but I haven't actually played like I never played Trailblazer either, like the original one. So I see the relics and I'm like, okay, I can kind of get a picture of what that entails. But people that have actually played the leagues in the past know how good these things really are. For me, I'm just like, I'm a fucking idiot. Like, is this good? So
Dude, it's crazy. Did you see the combat ones? The 5-tick weapons are going to be 2 ticks now.
Jeez, they used to be 3 tick, right?
Yeah, so it's even crazier now.
So are the 2 tick weapons 1 tick and everything else like the same? Or
yeah.
How does that work?
So everything above, so 4 tick will become 2 tick, 3 tick will become 2 tick, and 2 tick will become 1 tick. So
okay, everything's 2 tick, and then
yeah.
And then
well,
2
so
tick
6 tick will become 3 tick.
Oh, I see.
So the threshold is at 5 tick because all of the super mega weapons like Shadow and Tebow are all 5 tick. So those will be like the most crazy, insane things.
Yeah, holy shit. The Fang is gonna just fucking go wild.
Dude, I was watching shout out, I think his name is Double Shine. He's been making a bunch of league videos. But I watched like his video and he was like talking about this like Din's Bulwark build. So the melee relic gives
my.
Have you heard the stories?
No, tell me.
The door build.
Tell me.
I think the melee relic gives increased defense as well. So you can like if you pick the right regions, you can get like full Justy, the door, like Piety, and like it'll be a 2 tick Din's Bulwark, which can already hit like a ton because it doesn't like scale off defense.
Yeah.
And then the melee relic also like gives you more defense, so it'll hit even harder.
Does it give you like a special attack regen thing that's faster by chance?
No. You don't even spec. It's just main hand, just raw. You just use the door.
Because that spec is fucking powerful too. So if you're in multi, you do get some sort of spec power. Like that would be crazy too. But yeah, damn. So the door meta, is that actually going to be like a thing? Two ticking a Dins. That's nuts.
Yeah. Wait, so how does it passive effects?
Well,
strength buff. It's based on the player's defense bonus. So yeah, I think the melee relic will just give like a crazy amount of defense bonus.
I see.
So it'll be extra strength bonus.
There's
rumors, there's whispers of the door build.
There's like I always love watching leagues and I love what people do with them, but I'm not experienced with playing it. So I'm gonna be like that fucking dumbass that's just like I feel like 2 steps behind everyone else. Trying to figure out like, because I also never really know what my game plan is. With this game plan, it's literally just try to get a dragon trophy. Like that's my intention going in, but we'll see. Because I'm also not like just built for temporary game modes, generally speaking. But I think I'll have a good time. I love
temporary game modes so much.
Most people do.
My favorite like time of RuneScape. Like DMM is so fun. If there's, I think they basically announced that there's gonna be another DMM next year. And if there's one league, one DMM every year, I'll be playing RuneScape for the rest of my life.
I'm going to get into some of these Twitter topics. I see one from West Ham. He asks future plans for content creation. He's got 5 different topics, but his first one is future plans for content creation.
Leagues is coming up. I still don't know what I'm going to do with leagues. We'll see as like the relics play out, but I'm either going to go really hard on leagues or I'm just going to do some meme build like the door builder, one tick blowpipe, or maybe just pick regions that solo mission doesn't pick and try to do something different. I really don't know. But after leagues, I've got like a million different ideas I want to do. I've got PvP ideas. I've got video essay ideas. I don't think I'll do a new series for like a while. Because I feel like if I'm doing a series, I just feel like I can only upload that series unless there's like a limited time game mode going on like DMM. I took a break.
Yeah. So you said like the video essay idea. Like would you do like a series and then upload sporadically like video essays, or would you go like just full on video essay sort of route?
The way I had it envisioned in my head is like I would do, because like video essays you're not actually playing the game, you're just like talking about it.
Yeah.
So the way I want to do it is like I have one video essay just talking about the game or like some interesting topic, and then one video like playing the game and doing something, maybe PvP, maybe just whatever it is. Whatever I'm playing the game, doing at the time. I don't know if I would do like 2 a week. That seems like a lot. Maybe like alternating every other week. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
So we were talking earlier about this. I want to kind of like bring it up again because you said like with YouTube you must be consistent to get like good steady growth. What is there like a downside to daily uploads? Like,
yeah, if you spam upload, I mean, people like, I mean, you'll have like a set, like everyone has like a view base. Like your videos will get like this amount of views, and if you upload daily, like your view base will go down, but like I mean, you're getting more monthly views.
Interesting. Do you think that's like
you have more? More opportunity to pop off as well.
I feel like there are certain channels like across YouTube that aren't OSRS that do like daily uploads or sometimes like multiple in a day. Yeah. And I feel like there's nobody in the OSR, well, that I know of, the OSRS section that does like daily.
Oda does. But Oda has like a whole team. He's got like 2
I guess he's not the one making it as well. Oh, yeah. Those are more like stream highlight kind of stuff, which I guess actually would be the way they go about it technically.
His editor is smart. His editor like knows YouTube and he like directs Oda basically. His name's Dami. He's smart. Like the videos are actually like coherent videos. They are on stream, but I would even call them stream highlights. There's like a coherent like story. There's like a
narrative. Yeah.
Yeah. They're good videos.
Interesting. Okay. He also asks, do you still think it's gay to listen to ABBA?
I never said it was gay to listen to ABBA. I said ABBA is gay music, which I still think.
Dude, ABBA's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I love ABBA. ABBA makes amazing music, but I feel like the gays have like claimed it. You know, I don't know. It's not gay it doesn't make you gay to listen to ABBA, but it's like gay music, you know?
Oh my god!
West Ham could not wrap his head around that statement. He was losing his mind.
when I go into a West Ham stream, I'm always blown away by his music choice because it's like it's all
over the place.
But it also is like such boomer music, like for the most part. Like he'll listen to boomer music, but it's like refreshing because I'm like, it reminds me of my childhood where like my parents would have like they would have like CDs ripped, like just like of like, you know, 15 songs you put in the fucking car with the CD player and just like whatever the hits were in the 80s or 70s or whatever. And so listening to a West Ham stream, like some of those will come on and I'm like, fuck, I'm getting like flood of memories of like driving to swimming lessons as like an 8-year-old. And
I think a lot of those I think he stole from Ron Plays Games playlist.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Favorite memory from Vegas?
I don't know if it's my favorite, but the first one that came to mind is we went to the Grand Canyon and we got there. I don't know, like we were only there for like 2 hours, but we stayed for like the sunset, and we were all just like chilling. Like there was like a whole group of like 30 people. Like we were like a third of the group, a third like the total group. We were like 10 people there, but I think I just said to Reese like kind of like messing with him like. You know, like, cause I was in a group of Europeans, and like, they were like, "Oh, Americans do this, Americans do that." And, like they're all just pointing out all the differences. I think I just told Reese, you know, Americans like clap at like at the end of the sunset, right? Because they're talking about how they clap at the end of a plane. And like he didn't believe it, but he was like, "Dude, we should do that. We should when the sun finally sets, we should all start clapping, and everyone will start clapping too." So so the sun finally like sets. We were just like talking about it for like 10 minutes. Like, are we gonna do it? Or are we gonna do it? I didn't think we were actually going to do it. And then Solo Mission just starts clapping at the end of the sunset. And then everyone in our group just starts clapping. And then everyone around us starts clapping. And we do not commit to the bit at all. We all start just dying laughing because everyone's clapping. And we all just run away.
Oh my God.
It was so funny. It was so funny.
Dude, that is what is it called where like it's just that like herd mentality, like when somebody else does it, you just do it.
Yeah.
It's like you don't even think about it. You're like, oh yeah, this is just what everyone does.
Dude, it was so awkward because like we just didn't commit to it at all. We all just started laughing and we all just started getting out of there and running away. And then everyone's like looking around like, what the hell? Why are we clapping? They're all laughing at us.
That's awesome.
It was so funny though.
It's always weird when like, have you been to a movie theater lately? Like, it's like there are people that will clap at the end of like a movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never experienced that.
It's fucking weird. I never know if it's like a joke or not, or people are like dead ass serious.
Well, that's how it started because they were like, "Oh, is it true Americans clap at like when a plane lands?" And like, no, I've never. I feel people say that, but I've never experienced. I haven't gone on that many planes in my life.
Nobody claps at the end.
I've never. Yeah.
If you started clapping, people would be like, "Shut the fuck up, bitch."
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why
everyone's like. Everyone's like pissed off on planes nowadays. Like I think that's always been the case. It's just like people are just annoyed. Like they don't want to talk. Like for the most part, people are just like, don't bother me.
I guess fair. Airports suck. Like traveling sucks. But
dude. You know what's nuts is
what
I think back. Like, dude, 100 years ago, there was no such thing as trans or what am I even trying to say? Airplane transport. Like there's just no such thing, like no conception of that basically, like mass just like moving in fucking 747s across the sky. And I wonder, because when was it that it became like really popular? Like 50s, I guess, like that became like really commonplace, like to just fucking take an airplane places.
I mean, my mom was a flight attendant for a while, so definitely was popular in the 80s, I think it was.
Yeah, I mean for sure, but I just wondered like at what point when was it? When was it when it was like fucking like holy shit, I'm on a plane. Like this is that where
Dude,
it was,
I still feel like that when I'm on a plane.
I mean, yeah, but in the early days, like just think of like the fucking Wright brothers that like started off like being on a fucking aircraft in the sky. I wonder,
dude, imagine being like one of the first people to get in one of those like commercial planes. Be like, yeah, you're just gonna go on that giant plane. You're gonna go like 5 miles into the sky.
Oh my god!
I'd be like, no, thank you. What the fuck? If there's no like precedent for it being safe, like I would not do it.
You're in a fucking metal tube, dude. Even okay, like I think about this stuff a lot. I think I have way too much time on my hands. I just think about random shit. I've been reading a lot of like random books as well. But one of the things I think about is like, you know how humans just adapt to like whatever the hell like just is in like we're just like addicted to like just fucking staring at a screen and we think it's totally normal. But like imagine what a caveman or like what anybody would have thought, even just like in the 1800s or something, of a fucking metal tube with multiple hundreds of people flying in a controlled manner in the fucking sky, like like just sick. Everywhere, like just, dude,
I just want to bring some guy from the 1800s to the current day.
And you know what's
just see his reaction.
You know what's nuts is, well, first of all, I think the universe, like just. What we're living in, like the laws of nature are actually so wild. And like, that like and things that we haven't discovered yet, we're going to eventually just like start having fucking wormholes that just teleport you instantaneously to other places. And they're going to people like 200 years from now are going to look back 200 like in our generation and be like, bro, these fucking cavemen apes were literally flying in metal tubes up in the sky. Like, what idiots. Like, we just use these fucking wormholes now. Like, these guys were actually in a fucking tube for 3 hours, like just sweating on each other.
It's just gonna look so like rudimentary and like old school. They're like, do you think they'll ever be like nostalgic? Be like, dude, remember where we were in planes, dude? Oh,
dude, it is so wild. This is the other wild thing to think. So obviously this is like conspiracy stuff, but it's like, maybe I've just listened to too much Joe Rogan as well. But like, have you ever heard of like those theories of like how they built the pyramids?
Well,
like,
yeah.
Like there was like this one theory that I kept hearing for like a little bit. This is like a year ago or so. I just remember hearing like that there is potential that the pyramids were made based off of sound waves. Like how you can manipulate sound in a certain way to like control, like just manipulate like objects and stuff. And so like they've shown like these experiments where like for example, water, like you can make water like spout down in like a spiral pattern with a certain sound wave, like frequency. Yeah. That's like real. But and there's like ways to like levitate like small objects with sound. But nothing like fucking massive. How
would you levitate like multi-ton blocks? But
the thing is like they just think like, what if there is a way with the right frequency to actually just fully control and move blocks, and like that, like, you know, some catastrophe happened where like a fucking meteor shower or whatever the hell happened that wiped out everybody, and then that technology was just lost. And so we think it's like crazy to like be like, what the hell, like there's no such thing as that. But like, what if they didn't have electricity and we, like, obviously they had electricity but they didn't know how to like power it, but like with us having just like fully furnished homes with electricity and everything like that, like they probably thought that was like a fucking miracle. Like, what? Like, how is that even possible? Like, how are you harnessing this? We only use flames, you know? Like, so I just think in the future, like, what the hell have we not discovered yet that's going to be so commonplace? Like
some gravity stuff or something.
Yeah, just I always think of teleportation, honestly. I think that'll actually be like a thing one day, which seems absolutely like, no, that's not. You fucking
wormhole
idiot.
Stuff.
Yeah, just I don't even know, dude. Like,
yeah, there's so much that about just the universe that no one knows.
Yeah. Do you ever think we're gonna like travel into space, or are we gonna like blow ourselves up before that? Like real like galaxy travel. Space? Yeah, like galaxy travel. Like,
I don't know. I don't know how bad climate change is. Everyone says it's bad. So I think
there's a lot of shit.
Apparently we're on a clock and we need to get our shit together or something. I don't really know too much about it. But I mean, in the past, what, like 200 years? Like, just look at how like far we've come in 200 years. What's going to happen in the next 200?
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
That's wild to think, though. We're living in like the fucking just the very present right now. Like, just we have no idea what's gonna happen. We're just living.
I mean, even in the last like 10 years, like I feel like it's been like a big change in technology.
Oh yeah, like just AI in general. Like I didn't even. Yeah. Have you used ChatGPT, by the way?
I tried to get ChatGPT to write a RuneLite plugin, and I mean I've never written a RuneLite plugin, but it looked like it was doing some good coding.
It looked like it was good. Dude,
I just want to see if it could.
Like, just I've used it. I used to use it a lot, like not a lot, but just like pretty much nightly, and then I just fell out of the habit. But like, it's just so wild. It feels like I'm talking to a real goddamn person.
Yeah, it is crazy. I think it's people are like, oh my god, you could ask ChatGPT for like video ideas. I think it's really bad creatively. I think it's just like Google, but like better. That's what I've got taken from it. Like, it doesn't really come up with like good ideas, but it can pull information and like lay it out for you.
Have you seen like the AI art and like
yeah
like there's like literal videos, like fake commercials, which are obvious fakes, like, you know, just kind of like weird, like the AI is not like in its like proper form.
Yeah, I think it's a tool, but I don't think AI will ever like replace art. Like it can't, like, because it literally can't be creative. Like it can only draw on like what humans do.
I mean, I've seen some crazy ass shit. Like,
yeah,
Now, I don't get me wrong. Like, I don't think it's because, like, for example, like I've paid an artist to make like the year 2 Sae Bae cast poster, and like it's very specific of like I want this here, this here, this here. With AI art, like currently, it's just like make some random shit, like just, and I'll choose which one is the coolest. But
Yeah.
I think there's always going to be that like I want this specific, very specific thing that like a certain artist will only be able to do, really. But
Yeah.
have you heard of like the songs and stuff? Like there
Yeah,
are
yeah.
AI songs that sound more real
Dude,
than
okay.
yeah.
Have you heard of Glorb?
No.
West Ham showed me this. There's some like so have you heard like you've heard like all like the SpongeBob and sings and like Obama's singing, and there's like a SpongeBob one, but it's like original songs. Like the guy writes and produces like original songs and just uses the SpongeBob like AI voice.
Holy
I'm not gonna lie, some of them are like genuinely just like pretty good songs, but they're just complete memes and they're so funny.
dude, it's fucking nuts. Dude, I can't wait until and we actually are probably already seeing it. Like I want to see like a full-on YouTube channel that has had nothing human about it. Like the actual channel itself was created by AI and every video was made by AI, and I just want to see like how successful it does. Just like
There was a guy that
fooling
did
us.
that. A guy named, I think, Quebblecop. I think it was his name.
Is every
It's like
single
some
thing AI?
Yeah, it was an old Minecraft YouTuber. Yeah, the whole video was AI. There's some, I don't think it's there yet. I also don't think like 100% AI. I don't think is that interesting. But I think you can use AI to do interesting things, like the Glorb guy. Like it's a human doing it, but he's like using AI. I think just purely AI is like it's. I don't know if it's just not there yet, but like
It's just
definitely
not there
close.
yet. It'll definitely be a thing though. Like it's just like there's no doubt about it unless we just like explode ourselves because like
Yeah.
like the concept of artificial intelligence, like as soon as it's like really fucking smart, it will just make its own like AI shit. Like it'll just,
Yeah.
and then that will be even more like it'll be smarter than it, and then I'll be smarter than, and that's like where you hit like that singularity of just like we literally have just like the craziest technology intelligence ever fucking developed, and it just keeps going crazier. It's like exponential. It's just like I don't even know. Like obviously that makes no sense to me really, but like it makes sense in theory of just
Yeah. My hot take is that AI is overhyped.
that's
Yeah.
crazy that you actually think that like still, because there's like I've heard of people thinking that, but
I
like
think, yeah.
it's just because it's not in its like
Yeah.
it's not in
I
its perfect form right
yeah.
now.
I can see it being a thing, but I don't think like AI is gonna go out like everyone's gonna be like using AI and AI is gonna surpass humanity type thing.
Dude,
I don't
I think
I
that's actually what's gonna happen. Maybe I've read too many AI books though.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see what happens with AI in the next what 20 years.
Yeah, like I even
I mean,
just think
A-
by like 2030
A-
what'll happen.
AI's. I mean, it's been a thing for like years. I remember like seeing like the um like people putting different people's faces on people. That shit's creepy. That
Yeah,
shit's
like the
insane.
deep fakes and stuff. Dude,
Yeah.
it's going to be scary when like you can't tell if a video is real or not.
Yeah.
And people can literally just make up shit. Like just
Yeah, but the president's talking is a funny meme, so I'm down.
yeah, but when it's actually just like you have no fucking idea, like what the hell? Like is this real? Is this fake? Like it's
Yeah.
we're just living in some crazy times. I think it's gonna get crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
West Ham. Oh yeah, we're still in the West Ham thing. He also asks any video you've ever uploaded and regretted doing so afterward.
I feel like he has a certain couple videos in mind. I've made some. I call it the yearly drama video. I made one on very early when I was making videos for Reddit. I saw people didn't like. There was like a Sir Pugger like hate thread on Reddit. I do regret making the Sir Pugger video, even though I think he did listen to my advice. But I made a video about Sir Pugger that I basically just said like so I faked bot footage and sent it into him, and he featured my fake bot footage on his channel. That's kind of like the premise of the video. And I was like, yeah, this guy doesn't really know what he's talking about. He's just like showing off bots, and like in a couple of his videos, he's like, you never get banned for botting, Jack, because you need to ban people. And I made the argument that like he's advertising bots. But I like Sir Pugger. I kind of regret making that video. And then the next year, my yearly drama vid was about Behemoth and clip channels. I privated that video because the reception was not very good.
Oh shit. That's always like the worst thing is like, because I've made a couple controversial videos. It's never like
Yeah.
actually I have made controversial videos against people as well, but like they've mainly been against like just things in the RuneScape community. But
Yeah, I don't like clip channels. I think RuneScape Chronicles used to do like a decent job, and now it's kind of just like the same thing over and over. But I don't know. I think clip channels are kind of just like lazy. Like
the thing is like traditionally clip channels would be lazy. I think with Behemoth and Chronicles, like obviously you come out with a streamlined system eventually where it's like, okay, this has become easier. But Jesus, dude, the quality compared to prior years.
yeah,
of, like,
it has
channels,
gotten a lot better.
it's like
It
I
definitely
mean,
has.
there's definitely a lot of work into it, but I do agree with like the sentiment where it's like it's just other people's content that you're just compiling together at the end of the day.
I don't know. It's and then I think it was last year. I haven't made a drama video this year. I might need to. But last year I made it about Odablock and community chucking.
Did
The
that one
whole
get good reception?
Um, I think mostly, but I mean, anytime you criticize Odablock, you're gonna get like. I like Odablock, but I hate his community. Is how I feel about Odablock.
They'll just riot. They'll riot in your
Yeah,
comment section.
he has the most passionate and like nut riding community. But I made. Do you remember community chucking? Did you ever?
I mean, I know the
realize that-
concept of it. I don't remember when it was
Yeah.
like a big thing, really.
Yeah, but I basically just made a video being like, it's really sketchy because people can just scam their viewers by intentionally losing their viewers' money, which happened like not any big streamers, but like a bunch of small streamers, like the names you've probably heard before from a Crumb video if you've seen it. It's the scamming their viewers type thing. And then I also called him. I did call Oda cringe because he like the whole point of doing community chucking is so your community gives you money for when you win, and he would like pressure his community into giving him more money by like tipping him.
Yeah, that's like like there's always controversy when it comes to like anything gambling related.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
that's true.
I'm just fucking staying out of that whole scene because it's just
Yeah,
like
there's been a lot of drama recently.
I know.
Yeah,
But it's just like it's one of those things where it's like, dude, there are so many like it would be so easy, not easy, but like well, actually, yes, easy. It would be easy to just be like a drama old school channel that just fucking finds anything to cause some drama and stir up stuff because there's always stuff going on.
I mean that's what King Condor does.
Yeah,
Is
but
the drama alert of
yeah.
or Oak Dice.
But you also have to just keep in mind your own mental health. Like, do you want to go down this road of just making fucking everyone hate you, basically?
Yeah,
But,
that's why I only did it once a year.
yeah.
Get involved in the drama, the yearly PIP drama video.
Yeah. Have you ever had like a Reddit post on you that's something negative about you? Like somebody made something?
No, but there was. Do you know who Krebus is?
No.
He's a YouTuber. And he makes just like random videos. He's actually a decent YouTuber, and I like him. But he made a video, and the concept of the video was just he got a bunch of different people in like a Discord call, and he said, "Who is your least favorite old school RuneScape content creator?"
Oh God.
Which is like a wild video to make. And then I watched it because like, oh, I wonder if anyone said Pip, and one of the guys said Pip, and I was like, oh.
No.
Which I think it was a funny video, and the guy was like, he didn't even have an explanation. He's like, I don't know, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny, but I just think it's like a wild video to make.
That's always, it's refreshing in a way to have haters. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah,
like,
no, that's
people
how,
care enough to fucking.
That's how you know your video is doing well, is if you get hate comments.
Yeah.
Because if it goes outside your audience, you'll get hate comments.
Yeah. I've had some hate posts made on me on Reddit. Just like
Yeah.
On Iron-Scape, they fucking made
Really?
Yeah, Iron-Scape made a whole thread and
Yeah.
it had like 300 upvotes or something. Just like
They want their blood runes, bro.
Yeah, it's just like, and then the worst part is like when there's just actual lies. It's just like straw man arguments that aren't even real. Like people just assuming I hate certain things. It's just like, what the fuck? Like this,
Yeah.
it's based on literally nothing factual. It's just
That's just part of being a content creator.
yeah,
Dude, some of the nicest people, like C Engineer got a Reddit hate like thread somewhat recently.
That dude's
And he's just like the nicest guy ever.
I literally got to meet him in person. The fucking most like just kind, gentle dude ever. Just lovely.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's no way you could hate him. Reddit
can hate anybody.
Oh yeah, they can hate anything, anybody. Yeah. Yeah, the best part about meeting C Engineer was just like in person, him getting to say collection log completed. I was like, this fucking hit different right now. Yeah. Dude, you know what was crazy is at the Crusader party, I thought Reese and his brother Logan were the same fucking person for like the first 2 hours.
They basically are, bro. They basically are.
I was like, dude, I was like, oh my God, like Reese. And he's like, who? He's like, no, Logan. And I'm like, what? I was like, I swear to God, you're Reese. Like I've seen your face before. And then I pulled up to Reese and I called him Logan. I was like, oh, Logan, what's up? And I was like, oh my God, I need fucking help. Definitely wasn't fully sober either, so it probably wasn't helping.
Yeah. Dude, I got like really drunk at some of those parties.
Oh yeah, it was crazy.
It was crazy.
I didn't even we only talked about this like before the recording, but like so many of us got so sick. Like I got COVID, and I still kind of partially have it. Like people are probably listening to my voice and are like, yeah, we can tell you're sick, but like, dude, I got absolutely fucked like afterward. Like, and you said as well, like a day after, just the sickness.
I thought I made it through. It was like a delayed sickness. It was weird. I've never had that before.
Was it COVID?
I don't think so. I didn't actually have it that terribly bad. I just had like a runny nose. I was like just tired, slight like headache.
Okay. Mine was so bad. Like I got home and like 24 hours later, it just all of a sudden the worst migraine of my life. And I was just like 102 fever for like 4 days straight. And then I lost as soon as I lost my taste and smell, I was like, okay, this is actual COVID.
Do you still not have taste and smell?
It's kind of coming back. Like I could finally taste like yesterday a little bit, but for like literally like 8 days straight, I couldn't taste anything. That was miserable, by the way, not being able to taste.
That sucks.
Oh my God, it sucks.
I had COVID once, but I never lost my taste.
It's horrible. Yeah. Like you're trying to enjoy it's just like you don't even know what you're tasting. You're just imagining what it tastes like, which kind of helped. But dude, did you know that I don't know if you know Idyl?
Yeah. I love Idyl.
He was born without a sense of taste.
Wait, really? I did not.
Maybe it's smell too.
What the hell?
Yeah, he just can't taste
stuff. That sucks.
Yeah,
I think he's never tasted stuff.
I'm pretty sure it's taste and smell, but it's one of the other. I think it's both though. No, he just literally can't taste stuff. So he just.
God.
I guess if you were born like that, you wouldn't even know what you're missing, which is a good thing. But
I'm just like imagining like one of those videos where like they cure his taste thing and then he like cries like when they cure people's like blindness.
Oh,
dude, imagine not tasting your whole life and then eating something that tastes so good and you're just tasting for the first time.
Holy shit.
That would be so crazy.
Well, definitely the best thing would be like regaining sight.
Oh yeah, that would be insane.
That would be imagine, because like obviously, well, I guess if you're like severely blind, you really can't see shit. But imagine being like absolutely severely blind and then being able to see for the first time. That has got to be the most surreal feeling.
Yeah.
Of all time. Yeah. Like what the hell? Or hearing. Oh, dude, can you imagine hearing a fucking song for the first time after being completely deaf?
Yeah, that
would be nuts.
Any of like the senses would be crazy. Actually, I feel like touch wouldn't be that crazy.
No, touch would be crazy.
You think?
But I don't even think you would. Like, how could you not have like? Is there even people that don't have any sense of touch? Like, I know there's people without sense of pain. But like, can you really just like anywhere like you don't fucking feel anything? Because that would actually be dangerous. That would be a horrible existence because you wouldn't know if you're.
Yeah, that I feel like you would just like get a cut and it would just like be bleeding and you wouldn't know.
Dude, that's the people that can't feel pain. Like they literally will like break bones and they just will have
Yeah, that
no
is
fucking
dangerous.
idea. Yeah, that
Yeah,
would be
I don't
crazy.
know.
Okay. Ever plan to return to streaming? Now, did you
Uh,
streamed on Twitch, right?
yeah. Oh, I did. I multi-streamed during Tilemen. I
Hmm.
did Twitch. I did Twitch and YouTube. Um, I don't know. I thought about it a lot. Feel like for Twitch, like you just have to be so consistent, which is something I'm not good at all.
Mm.
But uh, but I don't know what I would stream. I have like so I don't have an I've never done the Inferno and I don't want to try because I have like this vision of doing those like marathon streams that people do. Like
Yeah.
I, I would just do like a stream where I've never attempted I've attempted the Inferno one time because I was gonna give up on it and then I got to like wave I think I got to like wave like 20 something and I realized I didn't have blood runes and I just logged out and never tried it again. But uh I would my vision would be to like do an Infernal stream, just completely learning it, and I don't stop streaming until I have a cape, and then I could
Oh
do like the
my
same thing
god.
for like Blood Torva.
Bruh, you would fucking hate your life.
Yeah, but that's the kind of part of the fun.
Fun for the viewers. You're gonna be in absolute
Yeah,
fucking agony. Like literally learning the Inferno. Like I don't know where you are on like the skill ceiling. Like if it's just lack of like having really tried it, but you could probably get it. But it's like, bruh, that shit is
I don't-
so tilting when you die. Like having to go
yeah,
immediately back in there and just fucking have the chat flaming you and just like trying to backseat you. That oh my god, I'd lose.
yeah.
I'd
I've
would
done
start
it.
throwing shit. Like I'd be
I've
pissed.
done it in. I did it in leagues and I did it in DMM, but obviously with relics, it's
Yeah,
way
yeah,
easier.
yeah. Okay, but you know like the full concept of what's going on, kind of.
Yeah, I know. I know how to solve like. I watched like Eli do the
Oh yeah,
Inferno.
yeah. You
I think I watched like Zoe do a bit of Inferno. I
yeah,
watched Papa do a lot of Inferno.
you'd probably be fine then. Like you'd probably get it if you just fucking like were forced to do it.
Yeah, I think it would be like a 30 something hour stream.
Yeah, I bet you
But
could.
I mean, I feel like those
Imagine you
marathon
get it
streams only
first
really
attempt.
yeah. Just like, okay,
Oh shit.
3 hours in, just bye guys.
See ya.
Well, but I think that's what I'm scared of. Like I think it wouldn't be a long stream. I feel like I would have to milk it, and then I don't know if like that would be like disingenuous if I like milked it and like did it for content. But I'm stuck between trying to be like really good at the game or like trying to like do it for
Milk shit.
content. And
Yeah.
yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Just don't pull a full like a 420 streamer. Do you remember him? 420 streamer.
No.
That he was the king of milk. That dude would
Yeah.
sit like he would literally get to triple jads, log out after triple jads, and just sit at the Inferno for I'm not even kidding, like 5 hours and just never actually do it. He would just sit there waiting.
Really?
So yeah, and he would pull like 400, 500 viewers, and people are just fucking like rioting in the stream, like go, or he would like start the Inferno and just walk the shield for like a fucking hour and just like not actually do anything. It was nuts. I remember raging so hard in the stream. And then he literally accidentally got his cape like on stream.
Really?
Like you could tell he was trying to milk this like consistently to get like partner or whatever. I actually don't even remember if he got partner or not, but like he was milking it so hard and actually like successfully doing it. And he would just like randomly watch YouTube videos and shit in the background and just never actually do it. And then he accidentally got it. There's a clip of him, and you could tell like he didn't like know what emotion to have. Like he was like, "What?" He's like kind of like freaking out, but was realizing that his career is over now because like immediately after he started streaming Fasanis to like 2 viewers.
I think Blood Inferno one could do well, but I think doing a full Blood Torva without ending
wild.
stream.
What do you think about Blood Torva? Do you think he could get it?
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I'm like decent. I'm like not terrible at PVM. Like I don't. My like relationship with PVM is like I want to try every boss, and then I don't really grind any bosses though.
I see.
So like I've like done like every single boss in the game. Actually, I've never done Tob. I tried Tob on Fresh Start Worlds. We were trying to get the first raid with like solo mission and everyone. We all had like dragon scimitars, and we got Verzik to like I don't know like 10% on the final phase, and we died and we raged. So I've never completed a Tob outside of leagues.
Yeah. Well, Tob's just one of those things where you just got to have like good, fun teammates to go with, and then you just learn it really quickly just over the next few
minutes.
minutes.
I feel like I know like how to do it.
Yeah,
it doesn't seem like
everyone not that hard.
Yeah, everyone says it's like the hardest raid. Maybe I think they all talk about like you can do like crazy things to like make you go faster.
The reason people think it's hard, well, first of all, it is hard technically, but I remember it being hard because I was with a fucking noob team. So we're all dog shit and we're just like have no idea. There's no coordination. But if you were to go in there with 4 experts and them just carry your ass, like you can literally do that and just grind all your purples. Like, and then by the time like you have good gear, you've just done like 100 tops. You're like, okay, I know what I'm doing now. Like this isn't bad. Like it's one of those things where it's really difficult if you just don't have a coordinated team and your team's switching all the time and you're just people aren't fucking coordinated and they are bad as well and not DPSing. Like the biggest thing as well is just understanding what DPS is. Like understanding that losing ticks is just a fucking detriment, like horrible detriment.
Yep.
Just keep hitting and you're fine.
Yeah, I was doing CG on my ultimate recently, and I feel like that was like a big thing. I'd never done CG before, but like if you like losing ticks is like really bad there. I feel like.
Yep. I mean, I remember when I was a noob. I've mentioned this before. Like, I was trying to learn Sarah, and so I'm using my rune crossbow, fucking kiting, just running, and I was so obsessed with like hitting the corners and then hitting, Zilly, just running to the next corner. I would lose like 8 fucking ticks on the long wall because I'm just like, I had this obsession with like, okay, I gotta hit the corner just in case, and as soon as you really start understanding, okay, every fucking tick I lose is like 20% damage like reduction. Like I'm just literally not doing damage.
It seems so obvious once you know it, but like it's one of those things that's like
it's just like it doesn't really click initially because you're so focused on just not dying and just other things. And the other big important thing is like I still see this. It was just like new streamers is like people not praying piety when they have it on like Slayer tasks and stuff, or like people like not using super combat potions, like noobs. When I watch noobs play RuneScape, what I see is like on stream, like I'll literally pop into a noob stream, and I'm not gonna say shit because they're just enjoying the game. They're having a good time. I'm not gonna. This is something you learn over time if you care to. But like people not bringing potions and not praying or just praying pray melee on their tasks. I'm like, brother, like you could be doing this so much faster if you just fucking put on an offensive prayer. Like it's just something where for noobs, they think that's too much. Like there's too much going on. It's over complicating everything, but no, it's like, this is like, you need to maximize. I'm not gonna DPS.
Yeah. I don't pray piety on Slayer tasks usually.
You need to.
I don't want tick, bro. I don't want tick.
It doesn't matter. It literally does not. It fucking waste the prayer pots. Like just fucking waste.
I have the Skyrim like I need these for later, like hoarding mentality, where I hate wasting stuff.
I used to do that same shit. Like everyone does it, but it's like I think at some point, and this is if you care, like if you're one of those players that just cares about just being more efficient, when you realize how much fucking time you're saving with just praying piety and using 12 prayer potions in a task, it's like, bruh, I literally just saved like 20 fucking minutes off this task. Like this is the way. Evmeister asks, what is your creative process when wanting to upload a video? Do you have a creative process?
I have like I don't know if I have a creative process, but I have like a mindset about YouTube videos. I guess that's kind of the same thing. I don't know. I feel like a good YouTube video, or ideas for me, like start with like, is it a good title thumbnail? And
that's the way. Yeah, that's definitely.
There's like 4 things that are important in a YouTube video. It's like title or thumbnail is probably like number 1. Title is probably number 2, and then the first 30 seconds of the video is number 3, and then like it is important, but the least important of them is like, is the video actually a good video?
That's only good. Weird. That's only good for like super long-term growth mentality, where it's like I want like people to be upset. It's almost like it doesn't actually matter that much, but it matters if you actually care about producing good stuff. Like you want to be known as somebody that creates good stuff.
Yeah. That's like your reputation stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, just good ideas, good title thumbnails is like the most important. I feel like,
Yeah,
because I think that's what like Settled is really really good at. I think that's what like I think Solo Mission is really really good at.
yeah.
I
No, I
think
mean,
Solo Mission taught it to Reese, and now Reese is really really good at it.
thing is like Settled actually makes amazing videos and
Hmm.
puts a lot of time into it. Same with like Jimmy. Like Jimmy, like fucking, he goes hard on those.
Yeah, yeah, they're very very good.
It's crazy when you like me and you as like YouTubers, like we see, like it's easy to when you make your own videos, it's easy to tell when people actually are putting in a hell of a lot of time into like a production. You're like,
Yeah,
okay, there's
yeah,
a lot going on here. Like a solo mission video is so simple. It's just
yep.
fucking just put stuff together and it like it literally, but it just works so well. Like with RuneScape, you actually have that luxury of like just being able to put out whatever as long as it's just like funny or good quality content, like a lot of good clips.
Yeah, I think Settled is like a really good YouTuber, and like the rest of old school RuneScape are really good old school RuneScape YouTubers. If that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're definitely right though. Like there's definitely like the quality's gone up over the years. Like I think of Torvesta, like Torvesta's videos are fucking insane nowadays. Like
Yeah,
they're
that guy goes
great.
crazy. It was so cool to meet him in Vegas too.
Yeah. That was cool. I remember him and Solo Mission were playing pool. They both
Yeah.
sucked. Holy shit.
Dude, while they were playing pool, I was talking to Bodhi, who, I mean, everyone always says he's amazing, and he obviously is, but we were just talking, and I think Torvesta just completely whiffed a shot. I think we were talking about leagues, and just in the middle of Bodhi's sentence, like he saw Torvesta whiff a shot, like without missing a beat, he like turns towards Torvesta and goes, and then just keeps talking like nothing happened. It was just so funny. He's like just the exact same guy in person as he is on stream.
I know, dude. Fucking Bodhi and Jesse were just fucking
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
just
they're
cool.
very cool.
Yeah. You know who was fucking funny as hell? Travis 42. He's dude, that dude were you at the Saturday party, like the fucking
Yeah,
base
yeah,
bench?
yeah.
Did you watch like me and him fucking like I was bent over about to puke from laughing so hard. Like
Dude, I'm
seriously.
not. I'm pretty sure I don't remember a good portion of that night, and I don't know what I did.
Dude,
I remember talking to like a bunch of different people, and I don't remember what we talked about.
bro,
Did I talk to you on Saturday?
probably. I was
I don't
I
remember.
talked to literally 100 fucking plus people. I was like I was in like the perfect drunk state where like I wanted to just meet people and talk to people and just have a
Yeah.
fucking good time. It was perfect. But yeah, I met so many goddamn people, but like the people I really connected with, like I was just I don't know what it is. Like I just fucking laugh my ass off when things are like even somewhat funny. I was in a corner with Dino,
Mm,
Mint Mad Cow, and Travis 42.
mm.
And fucking Travis is talking. He's just like, oh, I like asked a hypothetical. I was like, Mint Mad Cow and Dino. Like if you saw Travis as a fucking Max Ironman out in the wilderness, would you PK his ass? And
Of course.
Travis is just trying to like fucking defend himself. He's speaking like 500 words a minute. Just like, oh, come on, guys. Like, you wouldn't actually kill me. You wouldn't actually. Like, that's literally how he talks. He's just fucking going off. And I am literally in tears. Like, there's just fucking tears running down my face from just laughing my ass off. And Mint Mad Cow's probably only had like one fucking beer. So he's just like literally, he just staring at us like, you guys are a bunch of fucking clowns. And Dino's like, you guys got to chill. We're just like basically talking at them, and we're like waiting
That's
for
funny
oh
as
my
fuck.
god, like just fucking it's such a funny night. Oh my god, that guy's
Dude,
a clown.
was Nine Room at the party. I have a very vague memory of me introducing myself to him, and he was one of the people I really wanted to meet, and I don't remember if I talked to him.
The thing is, Nine Rain's not a partier. He's
Oh,
like
okay.
he's just like well, first of all, he's fucking jacked. Like he really
Yeah.
cares about his fitness and like his health, and so like he doesn't
He doesn't
like
drink.
yeah. Well, I mean, he drinks, but he's just like very, very responsible. He's just like, I'll have a
Oh,
drink,
gotcha.
I'll go to a party for an hour, and then I'll leave. Like,
Gotcha.
yeah. And his girlfriend was there too, or his fiance. So I don't think they were really like partying.
Gotcha. Yeah, I have a vague memory of like, oh hey, I'm Pip.
Mm.
And I don't remember anything after that.
Nine Rain was actually the first creator I ever met in person. That was the guy I met in
Really?
Tennessee. Yeah. He was
Nice.
at the airport and I showed up. I thought Nine Rain was gonna be like 6'2". Dude's literally my height. And I'm like
Really?
just
Oh.
under 5'11".
I also thought it would be like 6'2".
Yeah. No, I know he looks tall, but no, he's just like normal,
Mm.
average.
Yeah.
Yeah, holy shit, that was fun though. I'm
Same
just like,
here.
you're literally the first person I'm talking to since Vegas, and so I'm just like
Yeah.
fucking just having a good
I
time
remember
reminiscing
playing. I
on
remember
that.
playing chess with like, I don't remember who it. I think his name was Brad. I remember he smoked me in chess. Guy was really good at chess. Dude, Jeoparite was there, which I was like super excited to meet him.
Oh
And
yeah,
he was also like really good at chess. I was like, what the hell?
that dude's tall.
I thought I was decent.
Wait, were you playing him?
I don't think I played him,
Okay,
but
because
I watched him play.
that is when I started talking to Travis. I was a blur, but
Yeah,
Jeoparite, like me and Travis, I wasn't even, Travis is just fucking going off, just fucking talking again, 500 words a minute to like every single person. I'm just sitting there by him, just fucking laughing. But yeah, he was actually the one playing chess initially when I caught up with
gotcha.
Travis. But okay, any interesting PvP stories back when it was more active? Too
I think
bad you
PvP.
weren't in multi-revs, by the way. Holy shit.
Yeah, yeah. Multi seems like a super fun time.
Dude,
Uh,
I just gotta interrupt. The fucking Spark. There was such thing as the Spark Mac tribe, and so they would like raid like the high level
oh
worlds
yeah.
on. Bro, I would be sitting there fucking trying to grind my crossbow for 3 months, and like we just like have Twitch open, have Spark Mac stream open, and the fucking tribes like hop in worlds, and so we'd have like our little like clan, and we're like shit, Spark Mac's pulling in. They have all their fucking tribe mats, they all log in at once.
That's so funny.
Oh my god, it was such good times. Anyway,
Dude,
sorry.
multi is so fun. We had a fun multi trip on like Eli stream, and it was the first time I had fun in multi in like a long time. But when multi is fun, dude, it's so fun.
It's a fucking blast. Like we would gear up. Like we would gear up to try to take on Spark Mac and stuff. Like even as like an Iron Man. Like we would all like get in
Yeah.
fucking voice, like get in here. Like we're taking these people on, or we're taking this clan on. There were some really good fucking moments.
Yeah, a good PvP. I think it's still pretty active though. I don't know. I don't. There's a lot of like. I think the most fun I have in PvP is just doing stuff with Psych. I don't know. Just we bait people. Like I pretend to do KBD, and then I run multi, and then like they follow. Just like waiting for like hours for something to happen, and then something finally happens. I don't know why, but it's just very fun to me. Just like the payoff.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't know all the stuff at Mage Bank. Like, okay, what do you think of Eli holding like hostage like hardcores?
Oh
Holding
yeah,
for ransoming them.
that's totally fine. I think that's
Dude,
like
I think it's so funny.
yeah. No, the fact that he's even giving you a chance to survive,
Yeah.
like, and he'll actually do it. Like if you pay him off, like he'll.
I just think that's so funny that like dynamic exists in RuneScape.
Yeah, no, that I
It's
mean,
so cool.
that is what multi-revs used to be for irons. It was like you'd have fucking Iron Man out. I mean, that's it kind of like evolved into this whole like system where you just like pay this clan like 200 mil every 2
Yeah.
weeks to. But initially, like when I was out there was no such thing as like a big protection clan. So it was me as an Iron Man like paying fucking 5 mil to like some random 4-man team to be like, hey, can you like fuck off, basically, or like.
Yeah.
Or even, I would even pay people. It's always just like a few mil. I just like for the night, I'd be like, hey, I'll pay you guys like 3 mil if you just fucking like protect me. Like I'll call out like noobs and you guys come like fucking kill them. Like it was just fun because there is that dynamic of like that protection sort of thing, and paying
Yeah.
people off.
Actually, I think I think I do have a favorite memory. I think like the biggest ransom we got, like it was so weird. Like we hop around and just do the battle mage skull trick thing, and when we see a hardcore, like we attack it, right? And we saw like I think it was me that hopped in, or maybe it was Matt. Someone hopped in, and there was just like this hardcore with like crazy gear, and then his main was like there to protect him, and his main was in like absolute max at the time. Ancestral, Kodai, Armadil. Like this guy was like rich. And we like just because we could see his main, like we knew he was insanely rich, so we knew we could like ask like a crazy price. And I think he was like a late game hardcore, so he didn't want to like die. So he was like, okay, I'll pay. And I think I killed his main for like full Armadale Ancestral, which now would be way more because Ancestral's like crazy high price, but back then it was like 400 mil, and it's like the biggest PK I've ever gotten. And then we got him to trade his Twisted Bow over to save his hardcore. And everyone, like, it was a group of like eight of us in call, and we were all just going crazy.
Damn. Dude, yeah. Ancestral is fucking expensive nowadays. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that kill nowadays would probably be like 600, 700 mil, but at the time it's like 350, 400.
Sheesh. I heard Armadale is actually more expensive than normal Masori now, too.
Really?
Yeah, like the basic Masori.
TOA rates are kind of fucked, I guess, huh?
You know what's nuts is I actually thought the Shadow would be much cheaper by this point. Just because so many people do it. But it's still it's almost 1.3 bill. Actually, I thought it was more than that, but maybe it is dropping a little bit.
I thought it was 1.6.
Yeah, it says 1.28 right now. Actually, you know what the most surprising thing is the fucking T-Bow is like more expensive as the years go by. Like I just think it's fucking awesome.
Dude, it's just because like it's like inflation or something. I don't know what's going on, but stuff is so expensive now.
Mm-hmm. Third Age as well. Like it did have a really really huge peak, but it's like I'm not gonna lie,
I think that's legit just price manipulation.
Oh, it definitely is.
That's my tinfoil hat theory.
The thing is, like, there's no actual value in Third Age besides just flexing, but there is such a minimal amount of it in the game compared to other items that, like, if you do own a lot, you can literally just price gouge it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the Third Age plate body, like when I first got it, I think it was like 60 mil. Now it's 155 mil.
Damn.
Yeah, shit's wild. Okay. So we already kind of talked about this, so I don't know if you've decided. Have you decided on the Bulwark build? Because Ev Meister's asking, what areas will you choose for the next leagues if you're planning on playing?
I still haven't decided. I'm going to let them keep like releasing. I want to see the task list too. Because if I do, I heard like I don't know if this is true or not, but I feel like they're going to try to make it so you can complete all the tasks. Like it's possible. So maybe like there won't be like a 500 Theater of Bloods that like no one's gonna go do. Like that's so much, like it would spend like a week doing that, doing one task. So if they're all completable, maybe I'll like actually choose the like regions with the most points and try to compete.
Dude, the most disturbing thing is like when you see those tasks from like last raids or last leagues where it was like complete 2,000 monkey laps. Like what the fuck, dude? Like I wouldn't do this shit in the main game. Like, I mean, I did it in the main game because I'm a fucking masochist. I'm a skiller nerd, but like doing that in a temporary game mode that's gonna get wiped. Jesus fucking Christ! Why is that even a task?
Yeah, and I'm still like, even though I'm like doing a bunch of stuff in real life, like maybe I can do those monkey laps on my phone while I'm hanging out with my friends.
I really hope they kind of chill with like those insane, like 2,000. Like,
yeah, I think they might.
Come on, like move on. Like, just can we just keep this at like fucking 500 max?
Yeah.
I just feel like they go overboard on like the most boring shit where like nothing's really changing from like the main game. Like it would be different. Like to be honest, it would be different having to do 500 tobs because at least the entire time it's you using like a 2-tick fucking scythe or just something crazy.
Yeah,
whereas like Monkey Laps is literally the exact same identical content that you do in the main game. Like, nothing changes besides XP rate.
Like get 1,000 agility tickets or whatever.
Yeah, it's just like that was fucking stupid.
Why do you want me to do that?
Yeah, like it's okay to have like the skilling ones, but you don't need to make them as crazy when nothing about the gameplay's changed.
Yeah,
like that's the biggest thing. If somehow there was a relic where you're running 4 times speed or some just nuts shit, like or just you somehow actually core identity like make the agility course like you're skipping shit so it actually feels different, that's fine. But when it's the exact same, like holy shit, this is awful.
Yeah. What do you have plans? You said you don't know if you're gonna go hard.
I want to do it. Like my plan right now is to get a dragon trophy. The problem is I'm so intimidated by like new shit that I haven't experienced that one, I'm scared that I'll choose bad areas. So it's like I kind of like gatekeep myself like right off the bat. I'm like fuck, like I don't enjoy these areas. So that's one of my worries is like starting off right off the bat where I just make some fatal mistakes and I'm just like god damn it, because I want to get some of the rewards for the main game on this account. So I think I will do it, and I'll try to go for Dragon, but we'll see how much I'm enjoying it. That's the main thing I care about. Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, no, I'm excited, and I haven't ever done Trailblazer, so people say it was really, really fun. This one sounds.
I still have the hot take. I still have the hot take that I thought Shattered Relics was more fun.
Wow, really?
Even though the UI and it was like really annoying and hard to figure out, but I don't know, just like the mixing of matching of relics, I think the combat relics were more interesting because you had to like go collect gear that you wouldn't normally collect, like all the Bando stuff. Which I probably am super biased because I didn't have to do a crazy grind. Like I got so lucky getting my Bando stuff. So
the thing is like, I really think this league's will be the one that will be the most enjoyable because it really sounds like the team is focused on just fun, like just like they know what the players want. They've done 3 leagues now, and they're just gonna maximize like ultimate fun, which it sounds like they're doing.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. This is kind of an interesting topic. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
I have a super lame answer.
What?
I don't think I really want to move. I don't
Really?
know. I really like the neighbor. So I live in the same neighborhood like basically my whole life.
Wow.
I really like the neighborhood that like it's a little. I don't want to dox myself, but I don't know. I really like where I'm at. All my friends are here. All my family's here. It's very cheap in St. Louis. I have all the spots that I really like. I already know them all. There's constantly new stuff like happening in St. Louis. Like this year, we got like an MLS team, and the whole city is going like absolutely crazy. Going to those games has been like really fun. I don't know. I love St. Louis like a ton.
Damn. So you're actually like just fully chilling. Like that's a good mindset to have, honestly.
I don't want to move out of St. Louis.
Is there anywhere you want to like travel?
I mean, I want to go to the UK
For RuneFest, right?
My dad is like super like, I don't know, into like the history of Europe and specifically like UK, and he's always wanted to go there. So I kind of went to as well. If I had to pick somewhere else to live though, I probably would pick like, I don't know. My brother lives in Denver. Denver seems really really cool.
Colorado seems cool, except for like the fact that it's fucking cold in some places.
Yeah.
Like I don't like. I live in Eugene, Oregon right now, and like I grew up in Oregon, but it's definitely like right now the winter season. It's just like there's a lot of rain, which is kind of like depressing because I've lived in Houston. I've lived in like in Huntsville, Alabama, where it's like pretty nice year round for the most part. Like obviously every place has its down seasons for the most part, but yeah, I mean, but the thing is like I love Oregon, so I'm kind of like with you where it's like I like optimally like I don't really know where I'd want to live, but I'm really fucking fine here. The only problem with Oregon is just it's hella expensive living here. So
really in Oregon.
Yeah, Eugene.
Like
well, in some parts of Oregon, like just the fucking like middle of nowhere Oregon, like yeah, it's dirt cheap. But in Eugene, it's really expensive. Like I'm in a 1-bedroom and it's like $1,600 a month.
Damn.
So this, yeah, and compared to where I was living, where I was splitting rent 3 ways, and it was like a fucking like 2-story, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, like nice place for $1,000 a month total. Jesus. And we're splitting it, and I'm like literally paying like $400 monthly bills. Like, dude, it's just like so different compared to here. Like,
yeah, that's wild.
But like, I like it here, but at the same time, I'm like, I could just be saving so much money if I lived elsewhere. Currently, like, just
St. Louis is cheap.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to ask you for 3 shout outs from the community, but I have another question before we kind of get there.
Sure.
So, well, actually I have 2 questions. First of all, we haven't talked about this, but do you have any thoughts on the Fortis Coliseum?
Honestly, I have not looked at it.
Okay.
I haven't looked at any of the Varlamore stuff yet.
Yeah, that's fine.
Dude, I hate looking at updates like when they just announce them because they just change everything
drastically change.
Releases. Yeah.
No, that's fair. I just figured I'd ask. Who are... Well, I'm going to ask for 3 shout outs, but this is another question that's kind of related. Who are like your inspirations when it comes to OSRS content creators or YouTubers in general?
Definitely Solo Mission. I think that guy's like the GOAT. I think Settled is like the biggest and like the best at YouTube, but I think Solo Mission like has just like the specific niche of old school RuneScape YouTube, like down to like a, he just has it. I don't know. That guy's just the GOAT. Always rank 1, always making like good, enjoyable videos. I think C Engineer as well. I think that guy's like adventure videos. I mean, he's the reason I started YouTube. He's like, when he died on his first PvP hardcore, he was like, I give my blessing to anyone who wants to try it. And I was like, I want to try PvP hardcore. So C Engineer is the reason I even started YouTube. I mean, obviously Settled, did Tilemen, and I was like, oh, that looks fun. So I popped off on doing basically just copying Settled. Hope he's okay with it. I haven't really talked to him. He's like the one content creator I don't think I've been in Discord calls with him, but I don't think I've ever like directly spoken to him. So I think he knows who I am, but I never really asked him what he thought about me just copying him and doing well.
He hates you for that. He told me, no, I'm kidding.
He seems like a nice guy. I hope he's okay with it.
He definitely doesn't care.
I like Jimmy and Idyl. I love their like video essays. That's why I kind of want to do more video essays. I don't think I'll do like the whole man with a mic, like with a green screen, but they're really just like their, I don't know, script writing topics. I mean, I love Eli. I mean, Eli's just my friend. He is an inspiration to me, like content creator wise. I think that guy's intros, he's always just cooking something up. He literally just dropped a video while we're recording this. I want to go watch it after.
Oh shit! Hell yeah.
West Ham. Okay, I'm just going shoutouts now.
just you can mix these in with shoutouts.
Yeah. I mean, Eli, West Ham, Stewie, and Did are all my like closest RuneScape content creator friends. And I mean, honestly, just also some of my closest friends now. So huge shoutouts to them.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, love those guys.
Okay, yeah, we'll just mix it in. Do you have any others, or is that all the shoutouts?
Am I forgetting anyone? I mean, obviously, shout out to everyone I stayed in the house with. I met all those people and stayed with them. Dude, I didn't meet a single person, and like I don't think I had like one bad interaction of all of TwitchCon. Everyone's like super cool.
And the crazy thing is like that Saturday party, like there was like security hired, like 3 dudes, and like nothing happened. Like nobody came in that wasn't invited. Like it was everything. Nobody had to get kicked out. Like there was nothing. Like it was clean. Like it was just like a really good time there.
The bikers Aiza.
Yeah, I was like waiting to see some fists thrown or something. No, just straight up.
Everyone's cool.
Like, they're cool. The other crazy thing is like I think I maybe had mentioned this, but like the fact that was a week long and it felt like I was there for a week. I was there for 10
days.
Jeez, it felt like 2. It felt like 2 days for me. It literally flew by.
It was so fun.
Yeah, it was a fucking blast.
Yeah.
Well, Pip, I'm really glad that I could talk to you. I'm surprised we've fucking gone on for this long. We didn't have many topics, but we were just fucking rambling about random
shit. It's always a good
time. Yeah. So it was really nice to meet you as well in person. Good
as well.
I wish you the best of luck with your content creation. By the way, for those still listening, down in the description, I'll have Pip's YouTube channel and Twitter. And do you want me to link your Twitch as well? Do you plan on streaming?
Why not?
I'll have it down there. Yeah.
Just in case.
Hell yeah.
I still haven't decided.
Okay. Is there any other links you want? You have like an OnlyFans or anything? Or just
Not yet.
Okay. Well, guys, go down in the description. Go drop them a follow for me. And let's see. There isn't anybody scheduled for next week quite yet, but there are definitely a bunch of guests I want to get on very soon. So thank you again, Pip, for coming on. Really appreciate your time tonight.
Thanks for having me. I love listening to the Sae Bae cast. I love listening to basically every RuneScape podcast. I just like podcasts in general.
I fucking appreciate that.
Glad to be a part of one.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, this is really fun. Thank you for all those listening. If you want to support the cast, there's also a Patreon link down in the description. And as well, you can support directly through a YouTube membership if you want to join. But yeah, that's it for me. Thank you again, Pip. And we'll catch you in the next one.
Bye.